Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Come on, won't you say it loud? Ayo, we gon' turn this out. Tom Clark's Main Event. Drop kick now.
Hey, what's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Tom Clark back here with you yet again, on another Friday. Thanks for tuning in live to the show here. We appreciate you. And if you're listening after the fact, we appreciate you there as well. Again, this is the Main Event. If you have never listened before, buddy, are you missing out? I submit that you are, because this here is a pro wrestling podcast, been going strong since 2014. I'm Tom. What's up? I'm your host. And every week we talk about pro wrestling here. It's not complicated. It's real easy math. It's a bunch of sweaty dudes and sweaty women. And basically, hey, you got a problem? I got a problem. Well, let's sell it in the ring. And then sometimes, well, we don't have to wait till Sunday. We can do it right here, right now, right? That's all it is. And then they get in the ring. There's ropes. It looks like boxing, right, to a certain degree. And then they just act like they want to kill each other. Sometimes they do want to kill each other. Other times they really don't. But we sit here and we talk about it. I'm making this thing sound very exciting, aren't I? You've never watched pro wrestling before? What the world you doing watching this? It's just because I'm so freaking pretty? I am. I got a haircut and a beard trim today, buddy. I look good. But you didn't come here for that, did you? I mean, you came here for that, but you came here for other things too. We got a big show here today, kids. We had a jam-packed show last week, and we previewed AEW All In Texas and also ROH Supercard of Honor. Well, today, you guessed it, we're now going to review those shows, and we may talk about other stuff too. So stay tuned for that. If you came here for that talk, you're in the right place, and you're pretty happy right now. If you didn't come here for that, maybe you got lost. Stick around. It's okay. If you've never heard of the show, stick around. Make some friends. Get to the chat. Talk to everybody. Introduce yourselves. Everybody play nice. Okay? We got guests to bring up on the show. Let me get the ticker ticking so everybody knows where they can find us on the internets. Look at that, huh? It's pretty, right? I know. Shut up. All right, kids. We got lots to talk about, as we said before. Let's get these gentlemen on the show, on the platform, on the stage, if you will. Welcome from the Untitled Wrestling Podcast. We got Big Tasty, and from Dammit, Vacant, and Hallmark of Greatness, we've got Joe Higgens. What's up, gentlemen?
Yo.
Hello.
I heard you talking about sweaty men, and here we are. You say our names and we appear.
Say your names and...
Boxing has 4 ropes, wrestling has 3. That's how I can tell.
Oh, that's fair. And they're really high, too, the boxing ropes.
Yeah.
They're like way up on your shoulders or something.
Never seen a boxer do like a springboard uppercut, but...
Also in boxing, you're not allowed to hit them in the knackers, whereas in wrestling, you probably can.
You're
You're
encouraged
not allowed
to do it.
to. You have to distract the referee while you do it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Referees in boxing are a lot more vigilant than the ones in wrestling.
Yeah, it's almost like people could get genuinely injured if you punched them in the head repeatedly, like closed fist. I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
And in boxing, the refs don't bump quite as much either.
There's only that one famous clip, isn't there, of the ref getting sparked out.
Yeah.
It's on the Malcolm in the Middle intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, kids, you know the guys. Guys, you know the kids. Everybody, please make our gentlemen, our guests feel welcome today. And we got stuff to talk about today, because today we finally broke ground and revealed our brand new show, Bear Mode, a podcast review of the Bear. It's coming your way. Season 1 premiere, season 1 preview is happening on Wednesday, July 23rd. We dropped it everywhere today. It's on the Facebook, the Instagram, the Threads, and the Blue Sky. We don't mess with that other platform that's been on fire for like 5 years.
My one minor gripe is that I've asked you several times to not use that picture of me, and yet you always do.
Which is why I continue to use it.
I know. I realize it's become a war of attrition now that I will never win. It's fine.
That's right. No, you're not going to win.
It is the
You won't use the one off my
eating
book.
a giant sandwich picture of you, basically, isn't it? It's that picture that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life.
You don't use one off the back of my book jacket, do you? Where I'm sitting there like, no.
No, can't do that.
The one where I've just eaten a grapefruit whole.
100 years ago, I did for a previous job, did a podcast, and 2 different guests within the ecosystem, and I had them on because, we're promoting from within, that kind of thing. You would not believe the pushback I got for the picture I used. Like, I'm talking intense, and I'm thinking, this has been 30. We're still talking about this. And so from that point on, and I'm not talking about you, but like from that point on, I'm like, every time I did an interview, hey, do you have a headshot you'd like to send? Please send me a headshot. Because like I couldn't, and most people were cool. And then these two in particular, I'm like, oh my God, how are we still talking about this? It's insane.
No, I'm not bothered.
No. It
makes me look remotely normal.
Well,
to be fair, at some point in my life, I'm going to take a picture of myself dancing on Margaret Thatcher's grave, and then I will insist that is the only picture that be used to represent me at all times.
You have to do that thing where you do this and then spin around in a circle.
A nice Irish jig that'd really upset
there you
me, I
go.
think.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I've been listening to a lot of Kneecap this week, so I'm coming in quite political.
So we're not Thatcher fans over there, are we?
Joe, I'm from Liverpool. Tom, sorry, you might want to Google that.
Yeah.
Is that bad, huh? Jeez.
A city that Margaret Thatcher herself said she wanted to put into, quote, a managed decline.
Yep.
So she said basically it's not worth spending money on to fix it, so we'll probably just let it die by itself.
That I don't even know. You're bringing down the vibe here, Ben. Jeez.
Oh no, yeah. Anything that was north of Watford, they don't.
But then Heseltine,
weirdly,
Michael Heseltine stepped in and saved it. There's a bit of history for you.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Heseltine was a bit of a dude, to be honest. But
he
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It's also part of a great Peep Show joke where David Mitchell's character says, hey, one of the more sophisticated bullies, he pretended that I was Thatcher and he was Heseltine and I needed ousting.
Yeah.
But
again, of all the cities to go to war with, Liverpool is not the one you pick. Because Liverpool is unlike anywhere else. Yeah. It's why you cannot buy certain newspapers in that city because of what they did. Yeah.
I only know Liverpool for the Beatles and then for football, and that's really all I know.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we got these days. So it's fine.
Yeah. Let's say some hellos before we get started with the review here today, gentlemen. Fernando's here. Good to see you. I mentioned Buff Bagwell. I feel bad for Buff. I hate all that's happening to him. Hopefully he will, make a full recovery and have some kind of quality of life. I mean, prosthetics have come a long way since, in the past 20 years. So hopefully his quality of life will be good.
I mean, I served a guy in work the other day who had 2 prosthetic legs and he was walking around like unaided, like normal. And he sat himself down on a sofa, got up off the sofa and then left the shop all under his own power. So,
Wow. Yeah, it's like I said, the tech has come a long way, which is great. It's really great. Guten Tag, Sandy in Germany. Good to see you. JP in the house. Sandy, I heard Evolution was really good. Heard it, all the ladies really delivered, so that's good. I don't think any injuries came out of that, so that's awesome. I am watching Stick, actually.
From what I heard.
There's what now?
There was a press release that said all of the women over-delivered. It's because you under-promised. Because there was nothing about it. I didn't know until someone mentioned that it was on. Because I haven't watched it because it's WWE, but I have heard that it's a strong showing.
It's like they sent it out to. We talked about this last week. But they sent it out to die, kind of. But then it turns out because put a load of really talented performers on a card, they put on a really good show. With
something to prove that we can do this, and it'll be another 7 years before we get another one.
Yeah, if we get another one. And I mean, it's, I just don't understand. I think the ladies should have their own show and not Total Divas, for crying out loud.
Well, some of the news was Barbie Blank, still the greatest name for a wrestler that was never used as a wrestling name, aka Kelly, was offered to be on camera, but wasn't invited to perform.
Interesting.
So she declined. She said, no, if I come back, I wanted to be in the ring. I ain't going to go sit in the crowd. Like, what?
Good for her. Yeah, good for her.
Again, I hope the worm turns for it and they all just go, well, we want one a year.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, from what I've heard, it was a great show.
Well,
and maybe get Tony Khan to do one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. Are you kidding?
Because we've got there's 12 AEW pay-per-views now. One of them can be a women's show, right?
Yeah, just have one of the less important ones and then just do that. Everyone that was in that gauntlet match, just have them. Just have actual matches.
And you know what? With Tony and Mercedes, I think you could sell out a building. I don't mean like a 20,000 seater maybe, but I think you could sell out a building with all women, honestly. I think you could.
It built a lot of good bridges as well between
Yes.
them and people that are kind of disenfranchised with the fact that you get one women's
agree.
match on a pay-per-view card. Well, we got one this time, but yeah, what a match. But you get 1, 2, and then normally the toilet break match, you know what I mean? Not to be horrible, but that's what a lot of people view them as. And yeah, there's enough women on that roster now that you could build up stories over a year and let them go absolutely Jonestown on each other.
That's an odd reference to throw at us, but I got that reference. Sandy mentioned Stick on Apple TV. The wife and I are watching Stick. I have mixed feelings on Stick. I'm watching it for Mark Maron, and I'm watching it for Owen Wilson. It's it is the same crew that did Ted. It's not the same vibe, and people compare it unfairly because it's Apple and it's the same Ted Lasso crew, but it's not. The show's got problems. I like it, but it's got problems.
It's on the list of stuff we're going to watch.
It's worth your time.
Yeah,
but
it's just running out of like comedy drama stuff to watch.
Sure. I mean, is it going to punch you in the gut like Ted did? Not at all.
No.
It tries. Man, it tries. But I'm like, yeah, that doesn't feel...
It's too heavy-handed, isn't it?
Like,
yes.
Look, guys, come on. I've only got so many years left, and I've got to watch The Wire at least another 4 times before I die. So...
Well, we started Stranger Things again, because she wants to watch it before I was like, it doesn't come out till September. We've got loads of time.
Yeah, but Joe, the last series was like 4 films. It was just 4 films.
Oh, I'm kind of over it, to be honest, because rewatching the first season's tremendous.
Yeah, because the entire cast have got, the entire male cast have now got like full facial hair.
They're all 33 now.
Oh yeah, they've all served like 2 tours in the military now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wild.
What are we going to do? We have to. Let's go get on our bikes, guys.
You could almost do. If the first,
I can't. I've got a wife and kids, and she won't let me out.
If the first series was the first It film, this new series could be the second It film without changing the actors.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Good call.
And again, they massively dropped the ball on it. Why didn't they just do them all in one go?
Right.
And then drop them out over time. But whatever, it's fine. It is what it is. But that first season's great. I will stand by that.
As soon as that last episode drops, so many people are going to unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Well, they're dropping them in like 3 episodes, 1 episode, finale, split finale, I think.
But so many people are hanging on Stranger Things, and they're hovering over that cancel button, and as soon as they've seen it,
I don't think it can stick the landing, to be honest.
What else are you hanging around for? Like Hemlock Grove?
All of those weird documentaries they're putting on there now about like, is it Trainwreck? All those things.
Yeah, I saw one about the submarine that exploded. Well,
imploded. Yeah, but that's just funny, isn't it? Like it's Coldplay, submarines, killer sharks taking out billionaires at the moment, killer whales at the moment.
Play stupid games. You know how the rest of that sentence goes.
Yeah, no, that's why like scientists spent billions and billions building a submersible, and this guy got a geotech controller. Yeah, I made it in my garage. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It's an old hot water heater or whatever.
The sad thing is they didn't even feel it.
That's getting dark. Jeez.
Tasty started it with Thatcher. I'm just.
Well, look, I'm just sitting
dude. She's history's greatest monster.
She did help create the Mr. Whippy ice cream, so
which means I can't enjoy Mr. Whippy ice cream.
I won't buy it on principle.
Boy, Jay is missing a time, buddy. Let me tell you. Ray All Day's here. Eric Jackson's here. Sugar Shane. Good to see you guys as always. We mentioned Buff. What's up, Fernando? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Scott, thank you, my friend. Scott's already shared the show. Has everybody else liked and subscribed and shared the show? If you have not, shame on you. Please go do that. Give us a big thumbs up or the heart, whatever you got to do. Smash the like button. Make us all feel great. That would mean loads to us. Let's see. Maria's here. Good to see you. Yeah, Maria. We got bunches of stuff to talk about today with the new show. We'll be talking about that in a bit, and also reviewing what happened last weekend. Alma, good to see you, my friend. Alma's roasting to death in Tejas. Isn't that where you live, Alma? She's burning up over there, buddy, let me tell you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to it. I don't want to start with Ring of Honor. We'll mention it, but I want to start with the big show. Well, it's
with the Paul White, you mean?
Yes, with the Paul White. So, needless to say, guys, we expected All In was going to deliver and be amazing. And needless to say, we were all correct. I don't. This company never ceases to amaze me. How I'm not going to let them off the hook. Sometimes the booking from week to week is a head scratcher. But brother, when it comes to the monthly pay-per-view, dude, this was tremendous. Where does this show rank for you guys? Is it way up there in terms of what they've done, or have you thought about it, or what?
I mean, so me and we did our own Untitled Wrestling Podcast review. I think it took 2.5 hours. That's how we had Faye on. There was a lot of things we had to talk about.
I'm not listening to that yet, but I imagine I'm going to have to get a spray bottle. Yeah.
And me and Jay both said we give it 9.5.
Nice.
Yeah, there's one match that I was a little not disgruntled by, but I thought went a bit long, which I had to then explain on my 2.5-hour podcast why I thought one match went 3 minutes too long.
We did it on ours, and I just glossed over it because I don't need to go through it, right? But there's other better people who can go through it, like Tasty, who know what they're talking about. But I had a whale of a time. I'm all for it starting in the afternoon because then that was like it started at 8 o'clock here, well, 6 o'clock for the pre-show. 8 o'clock, bang. It's done at 2 a.m. It's long, but it's like a whole afternoon.
2 in the morning like a 2 in the morning on a Saturday. I got to have my tea while it was on.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm assuming they won't all be that long, but this was their biggest show they've ever done. So they clearly pushed every boat out they could.
Yeah.
And if you thought it was too long, was the fact that it was starting like 4 hours earlier not a bit of a warning to you that it might go a little long?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm in no way complaining.
Because I mean, Tom, I don't claim to know the intricacies of American time zones. We once drove through one. Like we got in a car, drove like 2 hours, and came up an hour short. It was weird. But I don't
travel.
I don't pretend to understand American time zones. But surely it being in Texas was not. There was no like geographical need for it to start 4 hours earlier than normal.
I don't remember the last time this happened. I don't think AEW's ever done this. I mean, WWE's done it before for various reasons. Well, mostly because they're out of the country. Wasn't that Australia's show? Wasn't the time funky that AEW did in Australia?
Well, yeah. It was for you. It was middle of the night, wasn't it? For us, it was fine. It was like 12 in the afternoon or something.
It was like afternoon for us, yeah.
It
was like New Japan, UK times for America, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like
all the Americans were complaining that they've got to get up early, and I'm like, welcome to the real world. Like, welcome to being a British wrestling fan.
Now, Shane, if you're still in the audience, set me straight. But I'm pretty sure back in the day, like the territory days, NWA and stuff, not the TV shows, but like, I think that sometimes the events would be earlier in the day. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But for some reason, that's sparking something in my head. So yeah, we kept my niece and nephew last weekend, and I had forgotten about the early start time. So by the time we got home after being out at the pool, we had to. I was playing catch up. I'm like, nobody talk to me. I'm watching this.
No,
I didn't see anything from you in the chat until like the next day.
Yeah.
But again, it was just, I don't know whether or not it went over well over there, starting at that time in the afternoon. But here, big thumbs up for early afternoon, late afternoon.
I did see an American wrestling fan saying it was nice to have an AEW pay-per-view finish before midnight, and
that's true.
I was like, boy, you have no idea.
Yeah. It's normally the sun's coming up when it finishes here. Yeah.
So if this would have been a normal start time, it would have finished at 6 a.m. Sunrise today was at 5:21.
Yep.
Mm.
So,
see, that's like us watching the G1 here, or anything New Japan does. We're like, oh, I'm not staying up till 4 a.m. Jeez, So I end up watching it the next morning or the next day or whatever. So no, I feel that. I mean, I haven't personally seen people going nuts about it. I think the comments I have read have been pretty much like you said, Tacey, about it's nice to be able to get on with the rest of our night, not having to feel like I'm exhausted, because the shows are always so long. Which again, I'm not complaining. Like you guys said, it's they cram a lot of great stuff into their shows, man.
Here's a trick, Tom. We'll address this now. Mm-hmm. You don't have to watch it all.
It's fair.
If it's too long, you can just turn it off.
Just go to bed.
Tony Khan's not coming around to your house with a gun to make you sit there and watch the entire show.
So we went to see Superman today. By the way, excellent. I don't care what you say, Joe. Superman is an excellent film.
I've nothing against Superman. I just don't need any more of them.
Joe's a hater. No, I'm just kidding.
I will come at you like 1,000 hot summers.
Like a spider monkey.
Like a Spider-Man. Yeah, and how many Spider-Men are there as well? Too many Spider-Men.
Superman was excellent, but I had a point. What was my point? Oh, I managed to avoid spoilers. I quit watching Superman trailers 2 months ago because I'm like, stop revealing the movie to me. So I would stay away from all spoilers. I managed to stay away from anything that I had to catch up on All In and on Dynamite as well, which I was very happy with myself. That's the key for waiting too long, is that I'm on social media every day, all day, and I'm like, oh, crap, I didn't want to see that. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. So, all right, guys, let's talk about the show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I did not watch the pre-show. That's the one thing I did not watch.
It was fine.
Yeah, we figured it would be fine.
Trent shoved Big Justice. That got a big pop, a big reaction, big boo.
I saw that.
Then he speared. Then Big Justice speared him. So like a 12-year-old kid speared Trent Barretta, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, I saw some of the clips. I am amazed that the Outrunners lost. I don't understand. I don't. What more do these guys need to do to win an effing match with FTR? What is going on? Like,
I mean, it wasn't as good as the match they had on TV.
No.
So I think they're probably saving it for like a big third match at like a bigger show. That's not on a pre-show maybe, or like it won't be a pay-per-view. I think it'll be like a special Dynamite or something. You know?
Yeah. Well,
but it was fun. It was. I mean,
they also came out dressed as packets of Newport cigarettes.
Yeah, which I didn't quite understand until someone. I think it was Excalibur mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh yeah." It was the buy-in's always great. Like we got all of the Rhodes family out, and the like it was Nepotism City at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. I enjoyed everyone getting iron clawed. It's daft. It's silly. It makes people go, "Oh, I might buy this."
Kevin Von Erich, iron clawed Anthony Ogogo. So you got like Kevin Von Erich's like in his 60s, right? Early 70s maybe. He iron clawed Anthony Ogogo, who's a former professional boxer. And he sold it like he'd been shot. It was incredible.
He did. He sold it brilliantly because he was chatting to him all the way around, and he just went rah at one point, and then everyone iron clawed everyone. It was great. It's just silly.
And you know what? The Von Erich Iron Claw is one of the few moves in the history of this business that is still protected.
It must be the most protected move in the business. It's like the one-winged angel.
Right? Yeah. That's a good pull. Yeah. And I'm not saying, guys, that every move should be protected, but like the DDT used to be a finish. Nope. Super kick used to be a finish. Nope. Powerbomb used to be a finish. Nope. How much time y'all got? I mean, times change.
I will say a couple of years ago, well, a few years ago, they asked Jake Roberts like about like people using the DDT and said, why isn't it a finisher anymore? And he just said, it is when I do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's all about how you sell it. Yeah.
Because he also said that, does it bother you that everybody uses the move? And he's like, no, because when they use it, people think of me. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong, because like that's not a bad point to make.
Every time someone does it, he gets a check for 1 penny.
1 penny. Yeah. Well, he must be rich because that thing's overused, man.
Everyone's spamming it left, right, and center. Yeah.
Yes.
PWG probably bought him a new house.
No kidding. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the pre-show.
It's fun. It's nothing spectacular. Nothing amazing happens on it, but it's what AEW do well of making you go, "This is fun. I might buy this." Or
Jeff Jarrett and Paul White got a whiteboard out to describe the rules of a Texas deathmatch, which was kind of entertaining.
It had big Goldberg energy on that. The TV series, The Goldbergs, not the.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I was like, why? But again, it because it shows it from the start and people filing in, and they had
a fake ring set up, like what they were all like in doing.
Yeah, three-sided ring.
So it's the team of like RJ City, Renee, who are like solid gold, Jarrett and Paul White. They are like probably the most entertaining pre-show hosts I think I've ever seen do anything.
They got Jim Ross in.
Yeah.
Who is the mayor of Arlington?
The mayor of
Arlington. That's not Jim Ross. Yeah, it was. It's just, it helps set you up, helps G you up for it, and it's a really good thing. Like, so when the Wembley All In that I went to, we got there as soon as and you see it all fill in and everyone do, and it's just because it's such a special thing.
Yeah,
it's for me, right? These big, huge pay-per-views, and I was looking forward to it. It was an event. It was a whole evening for me.
It's like this won't mean anything to Tom necessarily. It's like the FA Cup final when they used to do it. Like it started at like 12, and kickoff wasn't until 3 o'clock, and they had like 3 hours of build up where they interviewed all the players and the coaches, and like they'd have like the commentators talking about the two teams, and and it just like you say, it just gets you going. By the time the kickoff, you're like baying for it.
You're rabid. Yeah, it just makes it feel like a big thing.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be honest, man. I am continue to be amazed that Paul White does not have a career on TV or in Hollywood to some capacity. He is such a naturally funny, entertaining, bright, smart, witty guy.
Did you not see the sitcom? What he done?
We're not talking about that. I'm talking about since then.
Or Knucklehead.
Yeah, talking about since then.
Captain Insano, all for.
He was also the giant evil Santa in Jingle All the Way.
He was, yes. But no, I watched the sitcom that he did, and I was like, oh god, this is worse than Everyone Hates Raymond or whatever.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Everybody hates Raymond.
I don't know. I don't watch. But,
I've never been able to watch that show. The whole show is his wife screaming at him for a half hour. I just don't.
But that's what the Paul White one was. It was just American trad family sitcom sort of thing, and I'm like, no, have Tall Paul be like a piano tuner who gets mixed in with the mob or something. Like,
I will say,
just summer.
My favorite two Paul White things. One, he's a massive fan of the Destiny video game series and is apparently a very good player. They actually had an event about a year or so ago where he went to the studios of the Bungie who make it, and he played online. And if you could beat him, you got like a special in-game thing. And apparently he just cleaned everyone's clock. He's absolutely insane. He has to, they give him like a replica gun or something. Also,
does he have like a regular pad? Do you reckon?
No, he has to have like
I was going to say especially
big ones. His hands are enormous.
Big hands, yeah.
And also the first All In, I think Troy did. He was like a videographer, so he went down and did some shooting for AEW. And he met like Jeff Jarrett was the guy who like put it all together. So Jeff Jarrett got in touch with him and sort of hooked it all up. And he did a lot of work with Paul White because he was doing the promo. And so he sent us a picture of him and Paul White after shooting, just in a pub eating pie and mash.
Wow.
And so there's Paul White with just like a little tiny knife and fork and a little tiny pie and mash, just like
like little kids utensils. Real quick, Fernando says Outrunners don't need to win a match with FTR. They're about to do a major angle with Cope and Christian. Fernando, you're not wrong, but also don't book them. Don't book FTR against the Outrunners. FTR could have beat anybody. Outrunners could have beaten a team. Not Fernando, this is not directed at you, but if the idea was we can't blah blah blah, fine. Book the Outrunners against a team they can beat, or that you will allow them to beat. I don't understand what jobbing out the Outrunners all the time does for anybody.
Outrunners, because they've been on a losing streak, have to go away. They do some big old lines, come back, powered up, and they beat the Hurt Syndicate.
I mean, if any team can do a Rocky-style training montage,
that's exactly it. I want to see Truth Magnum chasing a chicken around a yurt,
Yes.
Turbo Floyd punching a carcass of beef.
Yes. While taking bites out of it like Homer Simpson. Yes.
With the knee-high white striped socks running on the beach.
See? Yeah.
I'd be here for that.
I don't know. I'm kind of with you on it because it was like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's to get them on the card. I think get the reps in, and people love them. And it helps cement FTR as heels as well. But
plus, the Outrunners, like, I hate the phrase, but they're kind of like loss proof. Like they're kind of bulletproof. Like they're still gonna get cheered. And I know that's like damning them with praise a little bit. Cause it's like, oh, you're so over, we can just bury you and you'll still be popular.
Yeah.
When that win comes, it's gonna be good.
To a point, you're right, but also when the same beats them 2 or 3 times in a row, the same team, like,
it's like the Harley Cameron thing, isn't it? Like Harley Cameron hasn't won the big one yet because but she's always really over when she pops up and everyone loves her. So,
but the Outrunners are the youngest men in the world, and they've been wrestling since the 70s. So I mean,
youngest men alive,
not
in the world. Well, technically that means the same thing, doesn't it?
It's the same thing.
But,
right?
Well, I don't know. But yeah.
Maria says, to be fair, the super kick was used a lot as a non-finished way for HBK. I wasn't thinking of HBK. I was thinking of Gentleman Chris Adams. When Gentleman Chris Adams hit the super kick, there was no getting up from that. And
it's a great point that Maria makes. So it's not about the move. It's about who's doing it.
That's fair. Yeah. When Chris Adams, that was his finisher, and no one got up from that. And like I remember at the time, I had never seen anything like it. As a kid, I'm like, what was that? Like it looked dangerous. Like, oh my God, You're
kicking someone's head off. Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Well, let's talk about the actual rest of the real card. I don't mean real. Everybody calm down. The show kicked off with the Ops, Katsuyori Shibata, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Samoa Joe, defeating the Death Riders, Claudio, Wheeler, Utah, and Gabe Kidd for the AEW World Trios Championship. I kind of felt like this was a must-win for the Ops. I think we were split on it last week. Pretty sure Jay, shout out to Jay Luft, of course. Jay said, if they lose, then that means Moxley's going to lose and everything. But it was still a good match. 14 minutes, 10 seconds. Heck of a way to kick off the show. I mean, what do we think about this one?
I had tremendous fun with it. We got Joe slapping Yuta around.
Yuta had a really bad week, didn't he?
Yuta always has a bad week. It sucks to be Yuta.
He's just to be checking under his bed for Samoa Joe now every night before he goes to sleep.
But no, there was there was a bit that happened, and I had to pause the live stream and go back, where Hobbs was on Claudio's shoulders, and then somehow managed to scoop and slam Yuta.
Yes,
and I think there was a glitch in the Matrix because he seems to teleport. I don't know what happened.
He had him up for a doomsday device, and when Wheeler came off the top, Powerhouse caught him.
He rotates and it's so beautiful.
It's so good.
And yeah, it's. I mean, it was a great match. It was a fun match. Gabe Kidd's a lunatic.
He is.
More Gabe Kidd.
I'm a madman,
Gabe Kidd is the new Juice, but whereas Juice was mad funny, Gabe Kidd is legitimately a menace who will break your kneecaps and steal your dinner money.
Gabe Kidd's the type of guy who you can find him in any English pub. The type of guy who will just glass you for no reason.
Any flat roof pub, yeah.
Yeah. He's just ready to go. It's just
constantly. He's on edge.
I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought it was, again, a great way to kick off the show. And boy, I'm going to tell you something. That crowd loves Samoa Joe, buddy. You just got to mention his name. They start chanting his name. All you got to do is, I think Heyman mentioned him.
Come on.
Yeah, right.
I'm so glad that Joe's getting his flowers now, man. Because he's had such a long career, and he's he just didn't get to the last time he was in a stadium, he was, in a raincoat on a commentary desk. Well, no,
which is only 3-4 years ago.
No, that's not true. He was slamming CM Punk through an announce table, which was also hilarious.
Oh yes, but, we don't talk about that day.
Yeah, well, that company, man, as you guys know, they put Randy Savage on commentary. And Randy had, how many years did he work in WCW? And had good matches, too. But no, let's put him on desk. Why?
I mean, Randy on commentary was great, but...
Yes, but...
Also, he was not at the tail end of his career where he still had cases to solve. If he was a cop, you wouldn't have put him behind a desk. You'd put him on the streets. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Joe's
which is a show I now want to watch, Macho Man Randy Savage NYPD.
Oh, yes.
But Samoa Joe, by his own admission, he said he doesn't have a long time left in his career.
Oh, no.
He's been going forever. And every big match we get from Joe now feels like a little bit of a blessing, like a little bit of a treat. You know what I mean?
Boy,
he's still good.
He's still good. I mean,
because he's changed, he's adapted his style, and he works sensibly. He's such a clever guy. You listen to him in interviews, he knows the business so well. I hope he's one of those guys like Danielson. I hope he sticks around when he's done and just helps out backstage and mentors people. There was a really cool interview. I came in for work last year, and Sarah was listening to Unrestricted, the AEW podcast, and it was Brody King was on there, and he was talking about how much of his work he models on Samoa Joe. Because they were both guys from California, both big guys.
Nice.
Joe was such an inspiration for him when he was breaking into the business. And it's you know what? There's A, worse people to be modeling yourself on, and B, worse people to be in the same company as that you can then go up and you can just go up and ask Samoa Joe before a match, how should I do this? Joe.
Yeah. I mean, man, can you guys just imagine if he decides to retire with AEW, the send-off they're going to give him? They'll put him on a monster winning streak. I don't know about the world title, but I think he'll get a title, and I think it'll be huge. And, I mean, look what they did for Sting. Not that Sting didn't deserve any of that. He totally did. But, look what they did for Sting, who was not a full-time weekly wrestler. And Joe is, man, if he were to say, Tony, at the end of next year, I think I'm done, I think they start booking right now how they're going to give him a farewell tour. That'd be great.
I genuinely think he will, because he's, they haven't put him in a poncho behind a behind a desk in the range. They've gone, all right, you go and do what you do. Like, he's had some tremendous matches. And,
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Samoa Joe, he doesn't have a great end of this match.
No, but he's off doing publicity.
He's doing promotion stuff for Twisted Metal, yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen, do go and watch it. It's
so good. Yeah.
But this purposes. One, it gets Joe out so he can do that, but it also, in the more immediate sense, it takes the ops out of the main event.
Good
Already the deck stacked against Hangman. The numbers game is already in Mox's favor because it's 3 extra guys in Mox's corner. There's no one in Hangman's corner now because Joe, Joe, Shibata, and Hobbs are gone because they go to the hospital with Joe to sort of check him out.
I thought we might have got a cheeky Hook, to be honest.
Hook's turning heel, man. Hook, did you see Hook? He was all evil last time.
Yeah, I think
he did. He was a big, yeah.
Now he's a bad boy.
I mean, I'd be up for a Hook and Hobbs program at some point.
Team Taz explodes.
Just tiny wee Hook and giant Hobbs.
Yeah, Hook's
just
so
locked in a forever one.
One of my favorite AEW matches, one of my favorites. One match I really enjoyed in the last couple of years was Hook versus Joe for the title when Joe just annihilated him in front of Taz. Yeah, that was such a great match because Hook he fought from under so well, and like having Taz like choking up on commentary as his son was getting pasted.
Yeah,
was like really effective.
I agree. That was a good match. Really good match.
So just run that back with Hobbs, and that Hobbs spine buster the Jesus out of him.
Yeah.
We also let's move on to the men's
Hobbs
casino
took his place as well, didn't he?
Yeah, the men's casino gauntlet match. MJF. I don't know if we picked a winner. I think we just talked about that.
I picked Eddie Kingston.
See. Yeah.
I was very disappointed.
Don't give me hope, Joe.
They're saving Eddie. MJF winning makes sense. I mean,
it's boring that it's safe though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's he's their guy.
Could have gone rogue and just give it like smooth juice.
Are you guys surprised that we didn't get more? Oh my God, entries into that match? I don't know who I expected.
I think we got enough with the returns.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It was fine. It would have been better if Eddie came back, but it just makes it all the more special when he does.
Fernando, you're right. That was a very fun match for sure. It was
good. I enjoyed it. I like the fact that it's kind of half rumble, half nonsense. It's like people come in at random times, but it's always just when they need to come in. Like it's good, and it sets up everything for those people.
I'm convinced now in the year of our Lord 2025, we need, after this match especially, and after what happened on Dynamite, we need to find a way to get Mark Briscoe into a title match in the main event of a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because hot damn, that man deserves it. He is one of the best workers in the company. He's one of the best talkers in the company. He's got one of the best stories in the company, his whole career and everything. My God, just get that man a title shot now.
So there was the bit at the end I genuinely bit and thought Briscoe's got this, lovely, and then I remembered that MJF is a piece of work. Yeah.
Fernando saying that Juice Robinson looks different without his hair, so he came back smooth.
Yes.
Someone said Juice Robinson looks like every wrestler except Juice Robinson. He looks a bit like Bret Hart. He looks a bit like The Undertaker.
What a great comment. Do you guys ever see comments on socials and think, man, I wish I was that funny? Because that is great.
I see several think I'm stealing that and I'm going to pass it off on my own, either in the Discord or on a podcast. Yeah.
I've got a load of these. He's got a face like a Lego minifig. He looks like 2016 Baron Corbin, but he's had some kind of muscle wasting disease. I hope the hairline loses his shaving kit. He just needs to grow the beard back. He looks weird. The little video of him backstage.
I saw another comment. It was like, "How are we sure that this was his choice? Like he's legit married to Toni Storm, and she's crazy.
Yeah.
She might have just shaved him while he slept."
Oh,
would you ever want to put those two together on camera? Because he's as kooky as she is. Would that work, you think?
No, I think it would only lessen her impact. I think she's doing so much by herself, and I think what's so good about her character is that she is this really strong, independent. Like Luther's with her, but he's so subservient. Like the only man in her sphere is like literally her slave, basically.
Yeah.
I think that's the huge part of what makes her is that she is a woman who's just doing what she wants. Yeah.
One of the biggest, in my opinion, but nobody called me and asked, one of the biggest mistakes, to me anyway, was putting Deborah on TV as Austin's wife. And I'm like, yeah, but this is back before he turned heel with the old man. I don't like to say his name. But I'm thinking, yeah, but now you've given him a weakness. Right? Austin never had a weakness. Now you've given him one. Jim Ross was a weakness because he was his friend. But that was it. The APA had his back, and there was really nobody else that I can think of. But now that you say, by the way, there's his wife, and now she's on TV, and see, they're on the camera together. And I'm like, why in the world would you do this? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Should have been a loner the entire run, whether he's heel or face. Like, I don't know.
The only one I'd like to see them acknowledge relationship-wise, I'd like maybe if we had Roddy step up to Hangman and be like, "You put your hands on the mother of my kids."
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have a fight for your title.
But and by the way, I like that. But by that logic, by pro wrestling logic anyway, why didn't he say this 2 years ago or a year ago? When other people bumped her and stuff, and like. I don't hate your take, but at this point, I'm like,
I just want Roddy to have a big match with Hangman. I think it'd be really
fun. And technically, in AEW,
that's how we
do have Cool Hand Ange and Ruby Soho are a legitimate item as well. So
yeah, but how did that go when they put it on camera? It didn't.
Well, that was Saraya's fault, and I'm sticking to it.
And brother of Saraya.
Oh, don't even.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Remember that? Oh, that was a rampage-ass angle that ended up on main TV.
Her brother that's like 43 now. It's his big break. I'm like, at his age, are you serious? All right, man.
No, it's big break for his knees when they snap.
Hey, look out.
I will say this is possibly one of the only times. Like, so I don't know what. Go back to the pre-show very briefly because it's husband and wife related. They showed an interview of Renee and Mox driving in a car.
That was great,
and it's one of the few times they've actually brought up that Renee and Mox are married, especially throughout his entire title reign.
Kid seat in the back. Renee's blasting the air conditioning at Michael Jackson levels, right? And Mox is getting genuinely angry in traffic at people while still cutting promos.
Renee's asking, are you a terrorist?
Yeah, it was a really good interview because it was like
I missed
nothing that I've seen before. It's in the pre-show. It's well. That's
and
one
I think it's on socials as well. I think it's on the YouTube channel. I think they clipped it out.
It's just them driving and her interviewing him, but also like they're on their way to the store to buy eggs. Also, it's and she's just interviewing him. And he's driving and going, I'm going to kill Hangman, obviously, because of all this, that, and the other. And get in your lane, Grandma. And it's so good.
I didn't see that coming. I like that they. Well, I don't like. Well,
they have alluded to it, haven't they? Because Hangman was like, I'll talk to someone, but I'm not talking to you.
And Eddie brought it up a few times when he spoke to Renee about Moxley, but they never have no one ever tries to attack Renee to get to Mox or anything like that.
Yeah,
you wouldn't. Renee's too lovely. Also, Renee looks like she can handle herself as well.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie, if you hit Renee, Eddie would kill you. So
Eddie would come down like he'd be out. He might not be out of might not be cleared, but doesn't mean he can't fire a pipe bomb into your house.
I may just be too old school for this. Maybe that's my hang up. But
it's one of those things.
We've got to blur the lines now, Tom. It's 2025. It's TikTok.
It's the thing of it's the superhero thing. You can never know who my family are because then that puts them in danger. And with wrestling, it doesn't always work. And with the Stone Cold thing, it was dumb and stupid but I don't know. I think now it's because, like Tay said, it blurs the lines between what's real and what's not so efficiently that no one would ever go and attack Renee because that would be stupid. Don't do that. It's the world's changed, moved on from those sort of angles. I think.
Well, I'm. Listen, I didn't invite you guys on my show to make all this sense, okay? Just let a man be upset.
It's rare. I know I make sense.
I'm getting tired of this. Every time you guys are on, you have to be logical. All right, fine. Well,
again,
well thought out structure.
Joe, to bring a peep show quote, do you have to live so relentless in the real world?
I say that one far too much.
Let's move on because I can't wait to hear your guys' take on this. Through a series of unfortunate events, Adam Cole had to relinquish the TNT Championship, supposedly, and I saw replays of him taking that bump on the ring apron. That's not what did it. Supposedly it's several concussions, not just the match with Fletcher, supposedly, and now he's no longer champion, but Dustin Rhodes is. And brother, I saw people on social media losing their minds. What's this? Turning on Dustin like he has cancer. Yes. And I'm like,
give me their names. I will go and fight every single one of them.
It's
like Jay and Silent Bob.
I saw someone on a social media platform that I will not disclose post that it was another example of AEW pushing an old legend over a young person. And it's like, man, you've just had to. Adam Cole's just made everybody in the world cry real tears.
Yeah.
Genuine sobbing.
This crowd is on the floor. You need to pick them up. Right.
Yeah.
Here's local hero Dustin Rhodes to come and win his first singles title in 20 years.
Texas legend. Now becoming a belt collector.
And can we go
also, I don't think they told him.
Can we go to Dynamite as well? This week's Dynamite, where Kyle Fletcher then cuts that promo saying, "I'm going to destroy your entire life because you took my biggest moment." What a great little bit of how they turn that into a character arc for everybody.
Yeah, and this is going to become how do we book? Which I'm not trying to do that, but like if it's me, I don't have Fletcher beat him, and I don't mean let's job him out, but I think the first time he challenges him, Dustin pins him. And Fletcher's like, what just happened? And maybe you play it like Dustin's got his number. Like,
play the wily old veteran card.
Yes. Like, I know you're young. I know you're strong. I know you're over. I know you got callous. You never faced me. I was you at one point. I was young. I was strong. I was over. I had bad people in my ear. I don't have that now. And like, you know, dude, I love the idea.
All these nephews that keep showing up, wanting to wrestle.
Oh, they're doing it.
Is he siphoning their youth? We don't know.
Could be. Could be like, no. I genuinely like the Adam Cole thing. It sounded like he was dying.
Yeah.
The way he was doing it, I thought, oh my god, he's got some kind of horrible disease or something.
Same.
And I was genuinely sad. And then like when Roddy comes out and they're all hugging and that, I'm like, oh okay. But I'm genuinely gutted because it's Adam Cole, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
And I hope he gets it sorted and he can come back and do it. And if he doesn't, that's fine. Like, he's left a tremendous legacy of work behind him. And it's better to be healthy and safe than it is to, make it worse and possibly die. Like,
I agree.
He's not, he put him on commentary, put him training people, there's jobs for him. But yeah, no, I was so happy. I genuinely don't think they told Dustin because there's that moment where like he looks genuinely shocked.
Yeah.
And Aubrey's like, no, take the belt. And I don't know whether or not they.
And like he's sat in the corner and he's crying.
Yeah.
And it's like.
And I genuinely don't know whether they called an audible or they told everyone apart from Dustin that he was going to win. But it was just a lovely moment, and I was so happy for him because I love Dustin. Like the man's 60-odd doing cannonballs off the apron. The first time I saw him do that, I ascended to godhood. Like, it was just wild. Because I'm like, you're supposed to be on the slowdown, the rundown of your career, and you've just busted this out of nowhere.
I mean, man's just, like we said, man's just signed a new 6-year deal. As we said on the preview show, like, was it the preview show or was it when we were talking?
He fought on Ring of Honor the night before.
This man is ride or die for this company. Like, since he got through the door, he has been Mr. AEW. He's done whatever has been needed. He's been training people. He's been producing matches. He's used his gym and his training school as like a venue to film in COVID. He's broke his back for this company literally. And all right, this is probably his ceiling. He's probably not going to get any higher in the hierarchy of titles than this. But for him, this title feels like the biggest thing in the universe.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. I was so happy.
And
I went from sad tears to happy tears.
With respect to Kyle Fletcher, the TNT title will be one of the titles that he wins on his way to the main event.
Fletcher's got so many years ahead of him.
Kyle Fletcher will win every title in this company. He is the next guy. Like he is one of the guys who's going to ascend. Because look at him, he's undeniable. But he's the next Osprey. Coming out of.
But if Fletcher had won that, it'd have been like fair enough. On to the next one.
But it would have been
winning. It was like yes.
It also would have been like not fair on Fletcher because it would have been so associated with the bad news that Adam Cole got, and then the heel winning is like such a double negative, isn't it? Yeah.
Which does not make a positive, unlike Matt's. Yeah.
And Fernando, I get your point of view. I respect your opinion. TNT title should be for young studs. Ray, I know you said Adam's your favorite. I get. I hope he's okay as well. And there's also talk here about he should retire. We don't really know the circumstances. We know the little bit that he said.
Adam Cole should do whatever Adam Cole needs to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make Adam Cole's life as good as possible. If that's coming back to wrestling in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, if it's never stepping foot in the ring again, if it's leaving the business completely, whatever he wants to do, he should.
I'm happy with. Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah, it should be his call. Whatever him, and when I say family, it's whoever's in this with him, whatever is best for him, if he's cleared or not cleared. And, I said the same thing about Danielson, about Cope, about Christian, about Shawn Michaels back in the day. Like, whatever, if you can do it, it's your decision, like whether you stay or go, for sure.
It's your body at the end of the day.
Yes.
And when it's time to stop, mostly. Yeah.
Fernando, don't worry about Kyle Fletcher. He'll be just fine. He's
great.
He's going to have a plethora of huge moments.
I'm genuinely kind of excited for Dustin and Fletcher's little program they're going to have together.
They've got a 5-week residency in Chicago now. If the last week of that 5-week residency, Fletcher kills Dustin for the title.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with it. But I want Dustin to beat him the first time, just by doing, old veteran maneuvers.
And then make it a fighting title. Have a match every week against someone.
Yeah.
Whether it's Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, whether it's all these. I mean, I'm not saying bury all the youngsters, but like you say, get over the fact that he's experienced. He knows how to win matches. He gets it done. You know what I mean?
Dustin can have 5 different types of matches entirely.
Yes.
Dustin had a bull rope match not that long ago, and it was ace.
It's true.
Do you remember the bunkhouse match they had with?
Yeah, that was wild.
That was so good. That was oh my god, that was so much
he
fun.
Doesn't suffer from Cody's disease of having too much blood in his body. You see, he's got just the right amount, so he doesn't need to let it constantly like a medieval doctor.
Dude, Dusty would be so proud. I'm sure he was, but if he was still here, he'd be so proud of his sons.
I was so happy that Dustin won it because it was brought everyone back up.
Yeah,
because I was genuinely so bummed out. I think I put in the chat that like this is worse than the Matt Hardy concussion thing, like that time. Yeah,
for like killing the vibe. Yeah,
killing the vibe of a pay-per-view. It's just like don't care now. And then Dustin's one, sweet. At least it's gone to someone great. You know what I mean?
Again, and credit to Cole as well. Adam Cole had this like devastating, like almost like because apparently there was a rumor that like at one point he was going to announce his retirement and he had to be like talked out of it by someone.
Yeah, they talked him down. Yeah.
Because he was like, I'm done, I can't do this anymore, and because it must be so frustrating for him. But then he gave this like devastating speech, and then within like 3 breaths, he was promoting the match and promoting the show.
Yes,
because he's a goddamn professional, like
an absolute professional,
and he's an absolute sweetheart. And I know that because Sarah's met him at Comic-Con, and he was apparently just the nicest person in the entire universe.
I imagine so. Yeah,
me and my kid met him at a show several years back, and have a picture with him. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, all I've heard since this show is stories on social media. People saying like we went to a signing, or we saw him after a show, and he stopped and he waited until everyone who wanted to meet him had met him, and he signed everything. He took pictures with everyone. Yeah. He had all the time in the world for the fans. He never let anyone go without. So yeah, it's great. I'm happy for Dustin as well. Let's get to the Young Bucks. They've taken the pyro. They took the music. They gave him a Tron. It's terrible. I like this a lot. I hope this thing continues for 6 months with them. I want to see them continue to take Ubers to and from the arenas. I think that's a great touch. I was a couple things that I didn't care for, and I'm gonna be straight with y'all. I think this is because it's the Bucks. Okay, I did not care for Callis on Dynamite bailing him out that quickly. We got 20 seconds of enjoying this new thing of them being down in luck until Callis, and then they won their match. What are we doing that they're winning the match? They even got the pin. I'm like, and that's one. But that's after the fact. At this show, Swerve gets an entrance, Ospreay gets an entrance, and then the Bucks had to get an entrance. Why did the Bucks have to get an entrance? Like, you couldn't have just, the 2 guys you were working had, you couldn't have just not had an entrance?
Because it was a boat sellotaped to the top of a scissor lift. It was.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
laughed
about it
all the way through that. Because
to be fair on that point, Tom, this is probably going to be the last one they get for a long time.
Yeah.
Again, there you go with that freaking logic again. All of that makes sense. It was within their power to go, you know what? We're not going to show you guys up. This is, you know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
I'd argue that maybe this was the time to tell Will Ospreay that he doesn't have to do another Assassin's Creed entrance.
I mean, I'm all for that. Like, get him on Sonic the Hedgehog or something.
It's the deal.
We'll just play your music and you come to the ring. Like, just one time.
It's the deal he has, though, right?
Flippy lads with me, though. All right, everyone do some spinning then. Come on.
It's the deal he has with him. I think he has to represent the game X number of times, I think.
He could just buy a copy like everyone else.
So I don't know if
he's getting paid off this, though.
I don't know if you heard what they said at the entrance. So like last time, it was like for the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they had like the big, and it was really cool. They had like the big choreographed thing.
Good, yeah.
This time, it was to celebrate the fact that the game was 25% off.
Is that why?
That's what the synergy was. Yeah.
Wow.
I have no interest in it.
Swerve's entrance, phenomenal. JoJo came out. Sang Chaka Khan. Oof. No notes.
I didn't notice until Ellis texted me. Said, "Did you not notice that there was a moth of fireflies?"
Yeah, a load of fireflies behind her, and they sort of came together to make a moth. Yeah,
didn't notice it because I was too busy explaining to my friend who JoJo was, because she was just went, "Why is it?" I was like, "Welcome to my page 1 of my TED Talk." Here's the history.
I love that Joe went robotic when he did that. That was.
Oh, I've not again, have I?
No, just very briefly. He just went a bit like sort of Optimus Prime, gargling nails for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I loved it.
I'm sure the internet's going to be absolutely fine about it as well, and not going to insinuate anything's going on between Swerve and JoJo.
You know what I think? I think we should get a time machine, and AEW should listen to me. No, but I think everything's on the line. If you lose, you don't get the challenge for the belts. If you win, these two doofuses have to give up their positions. Maybe the Bucks come out first, and then you think you're going to get Swerve, and then Swerve and Ospreay come out together. And it's like, we're going to do this together, and then they win. I don't know. It just, I'm armchair booking after the fact.
I'd love a backstage segment where Ospreay is just trying to convince Swerve to dress up as an assassin, and Swerve.
No, that would be great.
He's like, and he's like, mate, you've never even played the games. How do you know you don't like it? It could be the best thing ever.
You can have a cool assassin name like Killshot or something.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be here for that. Needless to say, this match, and look, when you ring the bell, the Bucks are the Bucks. They I swear sometimes I think they've gotten better. One more thing that I'm going to crap on. No. I will say I am so over the Meltzer driver thing, where one Buck has them and the other Buck does a flip to just do nothing but take their legs. At this point, I'm like, I don't want to see it anymore. I mean, to me, that's faker than a hip toss, in my opinion. That's I know everybody hates that word. I just think it's so played out. Like, stop with that move.
Can I just bring 2 points there? One, I'm getting Tom bringing logic. I do apologize. One, the entire point is it's meant to be absolutely ridiculous. It's literally
that's the point of it.
It pops Dave Meltzer, who everybody hates.
But I'm allowed to not like it, right?
You can. It's wrestling. You're allowed to do.
Two, if you're thinking that's fake and that exposes the business, the Irish Whip is the single fakest move in the entirety of wrestling.
100% agree.
And I throw you, you don't start running automatically. So, if we're okay with Irish Whips, anything goes.
I almost think I should sue you for this, because I've been the guy screaming this for years, that the Irish Whip, because there were people at the time, and I'm not that old, but there were people at the time that were saying the Irish Whip killed the business. It's killing professional wrestling because it shows cooperation.
Yes, I was. That's when the Irish Whip was introduced. They stopped placing bets on wrestling because it showed there was cooperation.
They're like, wait a minute, Wait a minute.
That's when it sort of changed from catch can wrestling. That's
not how momentum and physics works. Like, I'm sorry.
No, I don't think.
I've tried it. I've got drunk in a park with my mate and gone, right, I'll try and throw you, and then you have to reverse me that way. And it just doesn't work. You just stop. Like, you just don't keep going. And I've tried it with smaller friends, bigger friends, big fat friends. Like, it makes no difference. You can stop your own body from running.
What you're saying is he's accidentally thrown several of his friends to the floor in a pub car park.
This happened.
It was in an actual park near some trees.
This happened, by the way. You just reminded me, Joe. So we're at a show one night, and one of the guys that I'm managing, his finish was the stunner. Yeah. And one of his finishes. And I'm like, are you going to go over with that? He's like, yeah. And I got an idea, but I don't know how to look. He's like, all right. So it came from the guy put him against the rope to Irish whip him, but instead of running, Joe, he stopped, reached behind him, stunned him. I've never seen it before, and I haven't seen it since. And it happened so quick, the crowd went, "Oh my God, is that it?" And I'm like, I'll take credit for that. I don't mind taking credit for that.
Subverting expectations. That's what it's all about.
Yes, 100%. I thought it looked great.
To be fair, I'm on board with that. And if anyone wants to steal that, give Tom 27 quid and you can have it.
27. You hear that?
27.
Pay attention.
No less.
No less. Not a.
That's the start of the bidding war.
Not a.
What did
What's
you
the
call it? Do you know
smallest
what I mean?
unit of measure you have? Is it? What's the smallest?
Penny is the smallest.
Is it the penny now? Like
It's always been the penny.
the only thing I know is shilling and
Penny's-
farthing.
That's got phased out in like 1967.
I'm saying that because you got me on that a couple of years ago or
I
whatever
have
it was.
actually, yeah.
have.
I normally use euros, but yeah, I'm all for that. It's a because no one sees it come. That's what a finisher is supposed to be. I don't like finishers that take 27 minutes to set up.
And I don't. To me, guys, the Bucks thing of the flippy the stuff.
Meltzer driver.
Yeah, to me, that's not exposing anything. I just don't. I'm like, but you're barely touching him. You're not even. It's not. You're not even making contact. Like
As Tasty said though, it's a nod and a wink to Meltzer of like.
It's just intentionally ridiculous flair added to a simple move.
it works because it's. I hate it.
But it's
It's
doing its job
ridiculous.
then, isn't it?
I mean,
It was a great
we
match.
did get a few collects. We got a more bang for your buck in this match, which is always lovely when we
Oh,
see that.
Yeah.
There's that whole
Again,
sequence.
it remind you that the Bucks are like work rate guys when they want to be.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Yes.
There's that whole sequence about midway through where everyone was just going mental on everyone, and it was brilliant.
So good.
Remember the bit where there's a bit where they do like a super kickoff, and then they have like the destroyers as well. And that's
Yes,
all done
the little sequence before that with Ospreay.
That's all done in one camera shot as well, with no camera cuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely beautiful. It's so good. You want to talk more logic? I've got more logic for you, Tom. Swerve gets hidden bladed by Ospreay accidentally, and then accepts that it's an accident and doesn't turn into a fight.
Yeah.
Shocking. I'm
Who'd
so
thought
happy.
that, like two wrestlers working on the same team.
Because it's like, oh, hang on, yeah, he hit me. Okay, that sucked. But if I start fighting him, we're going to lose.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
like
think
an,
Matt Jackson hidden blades Ospreay at one point as well, which is a reason for him to be killed. So.
yeah. It's like every time in comic books, when two heroes meet for the first time, they always fight every single time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you don't need to. This isn't real. You could just have him not do that.
No, but again, it's that thing of subverting expectation.
Yes.
Oh, Ospreay's hit Swerve. Oh, he's going to be angry now, and Swerve just goes, "All right, now stuff happens, doesn't it? Like, you know, we're all
no,
sweaty.
Swerve,
we're all
Swerve
running
rolls
about."
out the ring, and the next time we see Swerve, he gets in front of the super kicks to protect Ospreay.
He does. Yeah.
It's
like-
it's the bit in Almost Famous when they have the T-shirts.
Yeah.
They pick up the T-shirts. He's like, "Can we just go ahead and skip to the part where we're all laughing about this? Anybody?" And I'm like, "No, you're going to argue about it. That's what's going to happen."
But again, one of the good things I liked about this match as well was that the Ospreay took a lot of the damage in it, and then you just have Swerve running off camera, kick someone's face off, and then disappear into the night again. And it was brilliant.
It's great.
I like the fact that they have those locked off camera angles because you hyper focus on that one bit, and then you just get Swerve just leathering lads out of nowhere, and it's great.
I agree with Fernando. I don't know if I'm going to be careful with my wording here. I don't know if it's quite Bucks versus Hangman and Omega, but it's definitely in that ballpark.
Yeah, so that's when you said at the start of the show, like all-time favorite thing. I think Revolution is still my favorite pay-per-view just because of that. That's when I first came back into wrestling, and that's the one that made me go, "Oh, okay." Like we can do emotional stories, and it's not weird.
It's not.
But, but I think it definitely says something. My three favorite tag matches in no order are this one, the Bucks versus Hangman and Omega, and the Bucks versus the Golden Lovers in New Japan, and they've all got the Bucks in them, which I think says an awful lot about how good the Bucks are.
They're so good. There's never any question about how good the Bucks
And then
are.
very, very faintly behind that is the Bucks versus the Lucha Bros in the cage.
I do love that one. Yeah.
Again, spot the common thread here. Are the Bucks the best tag team of all time? I think that ship sailed. I think we answered that question a long time ago.
JP says, "I'm surprised Randy Orton has never done that." I'm not sure what he was.
I'm assuming the stunner off the ropes, but
yeah, those. Yeah. That's good.
that wouldn't work because like the RKO comes out of nowhere. You don't see it coming. Whereas, yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could like try an Irish whip and he just like come straight out with it and boom. Randy, if you want that, that's for you. It's £100 because you've got money.
He's got dollars. Yeah, I'd go 110.
At least 110. Let's see the women's casino gauntlet match. Athena, talk about a great finish. That O-face off the
talking
top.
About how you frame something with the camera and make it look. Well, one, Mina and Athena did perfectly well. They did an amazing job of delivering and taking the move. But the camera caught it because it was like as Marina turns around on the figure four, isn't it? She's got it back to her. Then as soon as she turns, Athena's like in the air.
It's great.
The timing it was like split second timing.
And by the way, you're not wrong, and I'm so glad they caught that. And look, if I'm the only guy that got hung up on it, tell me. I think some of the worst camera work on this show, if I got one more wide shot during a sequence or during a spot, I'm like, stop pulling the camera back. Like, am I the only one that got hung up on that? Was anybody else complaining?
I know why they do it, because they probably don't want to miss it. So they thought, well, if we pull it back, we're definitely going to catch it. But when they get it right, like they did at the end of this match, you see how you automatically elevates everything, doesn't it? It's like, oh my God, this is cinema now when you're hitting it like this.
Yeah.
Camera work has been one of the weakest points for them over the past, since their inception, is camera work. And I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is, but like, we've all watched an episode of Dynamite or even one of their big shows where you're like, why'd the camera just shoot the curtain? What? It's like they're not, whoever's in the truck. What did Jericho used to say? The monkey's in the truck?
It's like at least once a show, someone just presses the wrong button and cuts to the wrong camera or something.
Yeah.
It was giving me a headache, man. I'm telling you. At some point, I'm like, please stop pulling that camera back.
I think, again, it's also the fact that because it is this gauntlet match and there's stuff going on everywhere, it's to give you an overall vibe of what's happening. But if it's a spot and it's a spot that is coming up, then there should be someone there to catch it. Like,
well, how do we feel about the ladies' casino gauntlet, guys?
I thought this was better than the men's.
Yeah,
to be
like
honest.
more than the men's. I thought this was this encapsulated everything I wanted out of this type of match. It was chaotic. It had debuts. It had return surprises. It had silly spots. It had Megan Bayne and Chris Statlander beating Jesus out of each other for like 20 minutes, which was great. That
Harley Cameron in a rabbit mask,
in a pink kitten mask for some reason,
like
shoving Penelope Ford hard onto the apron, which was
yeah. Like again, it just all of these women in there who are then going to go like, right, back. One of you might get a match next week. When it shows that they can go out and do this, and it was beautiful and brutal and chaotic and funny and told stories that needed to be told and give them time.
There's so many little things they did so well. Like, so they had Tekla in the ring when Amanatha's music hits, and Tekla's like doing the spider walk, and she just like sort of stops and switches on.
Does that horrible flip round?
Yeah. They had Julia Hart and Tekla like doing that thing where they were both in the corners upside down.
Yeah, little torture romance.
And now they're doing a thing on Dynamite together, which is cool.
Yeah. A minute of that. Again, it was the fact that they acknowledged Alex Windsor and is it Sarai? I can't pronounce names.
Is it sure? It's not Shuri, is it? Shuri's Black Panther.
Shuri.
Yeah.
Maybe
sorry.
Shuri.
Like they had history and had them square off. Like it just good.
We've not even talked about Willow Nightingale yet. Like she crushed it. Like she's one of the best workers in that company and one of the most like over characters,
in a Pink Pony Club themed gear,
which she made herself.
Even cooler. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like it was just one of those things that I've been and watched this a couple of times, and it's just great.
Thunder Rosa.
It's a great half hour.
This is the sort of match that Thunder Rosa should be doing now, because she probably hasn't quite got the speed to carry a singles match. But if you put her in a match like this where she can just come in and do some bits, she had a great time. She looked really good. Like I say, Megan Bayne is just like, has anyone taken to an AEW ring as well as I think Megan Bayne has over the last 3 or 4 months?
Said hate Megan Bayne in GCW, AEW, thumb up. Yeah, good work.
By the way, is there a chance Athena beats Tony?
I think there's every chance. Yeah, I think they're going to present it like there is.
I believe that. Yeah.
If they're sensible, they'll pitch this for a couple of months down the line, and they'll have Athena go on an absolute tear.
Yeah. mean, she's the forever champ. She's been champ for near enough 1,000 days.
Don't have her lose the Ring of Honor title before the match against Tony. She needs to seem invincible.
Yes. Yep. She's coming with that. She can have, because that's the thing, isn't it? Is that I beat the person you couldn't beat. That's because she lost Mercedes. Tony beat Mercedes. Spoiler for about 10 minutes when we talk about that. Yeah, so Tony's got the psychological edge over it, but Athena's like, well, you've lost your title twice. I've never lost mine. Yeah, that's what they need to play it as. And yeah, don't have her drop the belt.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see how it plays out.
You need to start playing now the fall of Mercedes. She needs to start dropping those belts for me.
I mean, the problem with winning all those belts is you're eventually going to have to lose all those belts. Like, you can't have them forever. You know what I mean? Can't have them forever. Well, we'll see how they play it. Kids, we've been on the air for an hour and some change, and we are not yet done. But I did want to show everybody.
Much like All In, it's going to go long.
Yes. I want to show you guys something. If you have not been paying attention to the socials today, the announcement we spoke of earlier, everybody do me a favor and watch this.
Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear, breaks down every episode of the hit FX series with the Brigade featuring Tom Clark, Big Tasty, Joe Higgens, and Jay Luft. Catch the Season 1 preview, premiering Wednesday, July 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern on Boink Studios YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Yes, Chef.
I had to throw in that yes, Chef. Did y'all appreciate that?
I look like Brian Blessed in that photo.
To be fair, I don't hate my photo as much as Jay, because it looks like the one the police used before turning the weapon on himself. Yeah.
Your photo's fine. I think you're got a lot of self-loathing
my
here.
face. It's fine.
There's a lot of self-loathing here. I don't get it.
It is.
It's a very British style of humor. That's all.
So, kids, Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear. The Season 1 preview is coming Wednesday, July 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern. That will not be the regular time slot. I chose dinner time here in the States. I was trying to think of something's cooking show. And plus, the show originally premiered on June 23rd, 2022. So I picked the 23rd of July. It was the closest thing I could come to it with it being sort of in sync. But there you go, kids. Please don't forget to check it out. You can follow the podcast. It will be live on socials, on the podcast platforms next week. As of next Wednesday, it'll be live on all the platforms. And right now you can follow us on the socials. I'm going to drop the link to the Facebook page in the chat. And everybody, I've already sent out invites to everyone that's on my friends list. So guys, let's try that again because Tom screwed it up. So kids, if you will, go follow the page. Cost you nothing to do that, and it'll just make me all kinds of happy. And when the host is happy, everybody's happy. I don't know where that came from. So, all right, guys, let's continue with this card. Let's talk about the Hurt Syndicate. By the way, shout out to Phil Lindsay, who did some great work this past weekend with
Phil Lashley.
With Righteous Reg. They interviewed the Hurt Syndicate, Mark Briscoe, a couple other folks. And MVP is roasting these guys, roasting Phil and Reg, and it was great. I talked to Phil.
I have to find that, yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Phil, and I said, at least tell me that MVP let you off the hook when the camera was off. He's like, oh, yeah, he eventually came back and dabbed us up. So, yeah, it was because he was relentless.
If I ever spoke to MVP in person, I think he'd just make me cry.
Oh, he was straight relentless in character the whole time. I'm like, that's how you do it right there. So the Hurt Syndicate dominated. Well, I don't know about dominated, but they defeated Jet Speed of Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey and the Patriarchy. This did not go like we were kind of hoping it would go. Hurt Syndicate is still your tag team champions. Who is going to beat this team?
I've got my fingers crossed for Hounds of Hell, for Brody and Buddy when Buddy comes back.
Oh, I was going to say Swerve and Ospreay decided safety in numbers go on a tear, but Ospreay's out for a bit now, isn't he? So
the only thing that can defeat meat is more meat.
That is a very Brazilian barbecue argument, and I'm all for it.
With Buddy Matthews being the chimichurri in this situation.
Buddy cannot stay healthy to save his life.
Well, apparently his ankle's real knackered. It's not been healed.
Bad knacked, yeah.
Why is everyone's ankles like just like Chuck Taylor's ankle thing, and that like ruined his career? And like, why is respect your ankles, guys? There's a lot of moving parts in there.
It's true.
That's a public safety announcement there from Tom Clark's main event. Respect your ankles.
From someone whose joints normally cause me quite a lot of pain throughout the day. Respect them.
For me, who has to go "Huh?" when he stands up.
I tore up my right ankle about 100 years ago, and to this day, I remember the pain. And all I did was I tore 3 ligaments in my right ankle. Like, all it did, it felt like it was hanging off the bone, or like my entire foot was dangling. It's what it felt like. It was some of the worst pain I've ever had.
Yeah. I legitimately broke my left ankle as a youth, as a teenager, skateboarding, and they pinned it. They had to pin it because it was all wrong, and no muscle has ever grown back over it. So my left foot, not the Christy Brown film, is knackered. Like I have to wear boots pretty much constantly because
in fact the Daniel Day-Lewis performance in my left foot was based on Joe's childhood.
Oh, there you go.
It was. My novels were not as good as his though.
He come over from Wales to ask Joe all about his experiences, and then he delivered an Oscar-winning performance. So
he was Irish, Christy Brown.
No, I'm talking about Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, I don't care about him. He did come round once.
He's throwing shade at Abraham Lincoln. What are you thinking there, Joe?
What is happening? Move on.
Jeffrey Peter, no, don't put that evil on me. If Cope and Chris can beat the Herd Syndicate, I'm not saying I'll do anything illegal, but I'll probably do something illegal.
I just don't care for it. Like, this match, it did nothing for me. As soon as it started, I was like, oh, no one's...
I forgot this match was happening until I saw the video for it.
to be fair, I was
so happy. I was like,
it's main event.
It's main event time. I'm like, oh no, we've got to eat this plate of vegetables first.
Yeah.
Well, look, and again, Tom's sounding really old today, and I really don't mean to. But like MVP does a good job of, after they beat a team, the immediate interview after, he will give that team props. He did it to Private Party, and he did it to the Outrunners, I think. And he will say, look, can't take anything away from them. They gave us a fight, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, the rest of the time, he's going, I wish someone would, no one's stepping up. And, like, I don't know. It kind of feels like where you're kind of dissing all the teams you've beat. I don't know. But that's me maybe over-processing silly pro wrestling. But, like, the problem, what's the biggest problem with Goldberg's streak? Well, he's got to lose. Well, says who? Well, no one can win forever. Well, then they screwed it up because it never should have been Nash, right? What's the problem with Undertaker's streak? Well, can't go on forever. Well, who says? Well, he's got to lose. Okay, fine. No one wanted him to lose to Brock like that. No. So, like, if you're telling me the Hurt Syndicate can't be, and it's blah, 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 blah. Okay, but who are we building this up for to beat them?
You think they would have learned their lesson with Jade Cargill about building someone up to be undefeatable and then going, oh, we've no one left in the bag, sorry.
Yes, good call.
Like, who's left to take it off them?
I can't think of a team.
A triple threat was an excellent way of getting the belts off them without them losing.
Yep.
But it was more important that Cope came out and ran around while his mate was getting wellied in.
Well, and there's no tag team that's free agents, guys. Or am I not thinking of a team that might be out there that they could sign? Who am I not thinking of? Anybody I'm missing?
Naito and Bushi.
I mean, come on.
You say that in jest. No. I'm not saying it should happen.
I'm saying as they're free agents.
They are free agents. Yeah. There is no way that match would happen because Naito would explode into dust like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer vampire.
Well,
they haven't killed him yet.
Bobby Lashley would throw him into the air and just dust would come down.
Yeah, it'd just be like, it'd be like the worst confetti cannon ever. Yeah.
It's Kevin Garnett with the powder at the table, right?
Speaking of this match, though, that props to Speedball for letting himself get suplexed out of the ring.
Speedball needs to slow down. I know it's in his name, but he's going to die.
And we're all going to die, mate. Don't worry about that.
No, but he's going to die unbearably soon.
Maria agrees too. Cope and Christian.
Stop making this happen.
Why? Stop putting that evil out into the world.
All right, okay, Tom, do you want to answer me right now? Top Flight, you got a year, build them up.
No, but who have they put Top Flight with? Scorpio Sky, the charisma vacuum.
Charisma vampire Scorpio Sky.
Right. So
a man who excels at getting whoever he's with taken off TV.
Like, they've tried so hard with Top Flight to do stuff with them, and I know that Darius gets injured a lot, or is coming back from a lot of injuries.
Hear me out. It's not working with Top Flight and Scorpio Sky, so they batter him to death, and then it's just him and Christopher Daniels, and Daniels is like he neutralizes MVP.
Yep, 100% on board. Book it, Tony.
I mean,
did you know that Christopher Daniels is spooky eye? He was gimmicking that for like a year.
Yeah, what an absolute worker.
Absolute workhorse. Like every morning just dripping bleach in his eye. I wouldn't.
Like Malachi Black wearing that contact for 5 years, right?
Like, Chris, why are you going to the bathroom with a pack of needles? Like, no reason.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
It's not what you think. It's somehow worse.
Yeah, it's not what you think. It's worse. Yeah. I mean, and JP, to your point, to everybody's point, the more you book these guys that they're unbeatable, the more that you're painting yourself into a corner. And it was this is just promo work, so it doesn't mean anything. But it was when Sean was face and Brett had turned heel. And Sean came out and cut this promo in the ring. He's like, you know, Brett called himself the best there is, best was, best there ever will be. He said, I don't do that. He said, I don't call myself those things. He said, because I'm not going to paint myself into a corner because I'm human and I'll have an off night, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow, that's a really good promo. Cause like, brother, if you lose a match, oh, I thought you were the best there is, but you know, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, aren't you? Like, I don't know.
My only logical way I can see this going is if MJF betrays them.
Yeah. And
somehow swipes that with someone or takes them both for himself or something stupid.
Do you know what my nightmare scenario is? Is that MJF costs them the match against FTR and the Pinnacle comes back?
They're all predicting Cope and Christian. Cope and Christian had to first tear up FTR before they do anything else.
You people have no imagination. Think bigger. Think beyond the stars.
But what team? Listen, we just made the point of what team is left. There's no team left.
There's no teams left. No. Unless Jet Speed come back in like some Hulkbuster suits, which I'd be up for.
I'd be here for that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
My God, and it does now that he's just throwing Bellatrix cards at him like Gambit.
Marshall and Moss. I know one of them got Marshall and Moss Van Erich. I know one of them got hurt and they couldn't do it in Texas because it would have been awesome. I said a year ago, look, you've got a year to build the Van Erichs up now for the Texas show and have them do something big. Obviously, that didn't happen. One of them got hurt. Now you've got a year. To build up the Van Erichs again before another big Texas show.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I think WWE didn't roll the dice on Marshall and Ross because they started way late. These were full-grown men when they decided they wanted to be pro wrestlers, which I think maybe is why WWE never gave an opportunity. Like, dude, these guys are not young. Like, they're only getting older. So, like, if they're going to do anything, to your point, Tacey, maybe a year ago they could have, let's take 6 months and blah, blah, but no, they didn't do anything. I
cannot take a year of Hurt Syndicate being tag champs.
All right, 6 months. We'll run it in 6 months. We'll speed run it. But how do you defeat the Hurt Syndicate? With old school wrestling. There you go.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. That's how you beat.
Who does old school wrestling better than a few Von Erichs?
That's how you beat the Road Warriors. You didn't beat you couldn't match the Road Warriors for power unless it was Warlord and Barbarian. You couldn't match them for power. But Tully and Arn could beat them because of wrestling. So like there is a way to beat these guys for sure.
Kevin slaps the Iron Claw on MVP at ringside.
Yeah.
And then the boys take Shelton down with a spike pile driver or something. I don't know.
They
nice and old school, yeah. I don't think either of those lads could lift Shelton, to be honest. Like,
you'd have to do a lot of the work.
It's like trying to lift a fully fitted wardrobe. Like, it's in the wall.
It's in the wall.
Yeah, like, it's not coming out. That
I gotta take the screwdriver and see if I can remove this guy from the wall.
No, it's part of the room.
It's
try and rotate the room.
Yeah,
it's lovely to see that Alma is talking sense. Jeffrey, if Cope and Christian win the belts, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll probably end up in prison for it.
I have a horror feeling that's what they're playing for, and I.
Well, look,
I just don't care. Christian was doing great on his own, and now he's, his family's falling apart. Luchasaurus is sadly, I don't think, in any fit state to return for a while. I want Christian just remember like when Baron Corbin lost everything a couple of years back, and he was just wandering around like a homeless bum with all like marinara sauce down his front. I want Christian doing that, like picking cigarette dimps out of the bin, and I want him just doing that for like 6 months of just at his lowest ebb, and then Christian goes, right, now you've learned enough. Now you've fallen from grace far enough. We can be pals again, because they're gonna fast track this, and it's gonna suck, and I'm gonna hate it.
You're right.
It'd be like when they tried getting the Hardys back together and giving them a tag run, and neither of them could do it.
Well, is it all out in Toronto?
Is it?
Well, there's something coming up in Toronto. There's a show coming up in Toronto in the year, and obviously that's where they're going to want to do it.
Fernando, I forgot about the Steiners. Good call. Steiners beat the Road Warriors clean a few times. And that was also coming after Hawk and Animal's best years were kind of behind them as well. Not an excuse, just saying. Let's talk about the ladies here now. Timeless Toni Storm defeated Mercedes Moné. Was this everything you guys were hoping it was going to be?
Yeah.
This is possibly the best women's match I've ever seen.
It was great.
It's certainly up there. Mercedes coming out with the cheerleaders who are just wearing the belts.
What an absolute flex that is, by
Just
the way.
what a great idea.
Maniac. And then she's got a massive train on her coat, which is every wrestler she's beaten on her way
in every promotion.
Oh, and all the way through it. And I'm like, she does not care.
A couple of UK names on there. Kanji was on there, which was really cool.
I popped big for Kanji, yeah. And I was just like, right, okay, I genuinely think she might be taking this.
As soon as the first 5 seconds of Mercedes' entrance was on our screens, this match felt enormous. Like absolutely enormous. If it's on any other card, this would have been evented easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I was just like, you know why this is good? Because they haven't shown the horse-drawn carriage off to the side of the stage all the way through it, like they did about 2 years ago or whatever. Like it was just, she looked $1 million, and I was like, she has gone through a lot of people holding these belts, getting these other belts.
What's one more belt?
What's one more belt? Whereas Tony's only got this one, and I mean, Toni Storm is a force of nature, but look at this, and it was done in such a brilliant way that I can't change my predictions because they're locked in once I've said them, but I would have if I could have.
And then Tony's entrance was phenomenal, like absolute cinema. Like there was elements of like film noir, Twilight Zone. I thought she was going to do a Gene Wilder when she came out limping on the stick.
And then she did a little heel click, and I was so happy. Like, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. She gets it. She gets me. Like, it's lovely.
You can tell Tony, like we always say this, don't we? Like she understands her character. She knows exactly what her character is and what her character would do in any given situation, and it comes across so well. She seems so lived. Her character feels so lived in, feels so real, even though it's like utterly ridiculous.
It is utterly ridiculous, but also I've been reading a lot of books about like the golden age of cinema. It's not that far away. Everyone's on uppers and downers constantly. Nothing makes sense. Like, yeah.
Everyone's on Quaaludes, it's like...
Yeah, but they just call them, like, go fast pills. Yeah.
Pick me up.
And then when Tony came out, I was like, I want to change my prediction back. Like, it was just so well done. And like I said, any other show, this would have been a main event for the ages, and it still is a great match. Don't get me wrong, but
the things that Mercedes has done to elevate women's wrestling since she came to AEW is.
I was very poo-pooey of her at the start because, and I take it all back
because she might have. I don't want to throw any shade at anyone. But she might have been wrestling the wrong opponents.
Well, yes, yeah. But Ellis said a thing is like. Were you happy that all three main events were at the end, or would you prefer them like middle, start, end?
I love that they were at the end. I thought everything was paced very well.
I thought it kind of gave them equal pacing, equal justification. Like,
are you telling me you would have enjoyed this show more if this match opened? Because I wouldn't.
Or Omega Okada opened.
I think sometimes they like to do that. They like to put a banger on at the start to sort of get the crowd up. I think this was the perfect, because it was such a long show. I think it made more sense to just build it and build it and build it.
I think that was, again, I can never unsee this, but if I could recut it and Men in Black wipe my eyes, you know what I mean, and then rewatch it, I still think this is the right way of doing it, because it's the 3 matches for me in the perfect build-up order.
I agree.
Just the stakes just got higher and higher and higher.
That's it, yeah.
And by the time like the main event was coming on, I was a nervous wreck. I was having a genuine like crisis, because like what if Mox just wins? What if the wrong woman wins this match? I don't even know who that is. What if the stakes just ratcheted up, and like not the stress as such, but like the sort of social anxiety that I have about wrestling, about like it's like the meta game, isn't it? We all know, obviously, sorry if anyone doesn't, that wrestling is predetermined. But when you're a wrestling fan and you're into it, it's a meta game, and it's like the person who wins isn't necessarily the best wrestler, but it's the person who they trust and who they've got the belief in, and it's the person who's getting pushed, and that's like a whole different thing. And so you've got that stress and that anxiety, not like who's going to win the fake fight, but who is going to carry the company.
It's the head and the heart.
Yeah,
it's how we refer to it. Is that your head is who logically, in terms of the story or in terms of booking or whatever, wins, but your heart is, come on, Darby should win everything.
So Jeffrey, I respect the opinion. So you're saying that Athena winning the casino match may telegraph the finish of this match? I disagree.
I would have said the other way.
I think Athena winning this match meant anybody could win this match, because she has the built-in rematch with Mercedes because she beat her.
Yeah.
And there's intrigue there. So Athena basically said there were two dream matches she wanted to have in WWE. She wanted to wrestle Toni Storm, and she wanted to wrestle Sasha Banks, and she didn't get to do either of them. And so she had a chance, having winning this match, to do one of the other. Here, I agree. Yeah. I think it's definitely in North America. I think it's the best. It's this or one of the NXT Women's 4 Horsemen matches, but I think you can make an argument that these two of the best women female wrestlers in the world at the top of their game on a massive stage. We haven't even talked about any of the spots in the match yet, and we've done like 10 minutes on it.
I think I'm sure
Mercedes got bitten in an intimate area.
I know. I think I heard that on Cage Match, which take that with a pinch of salt. This is, I think, the highest ranking women's AEW match, and it's I think the second highest women's match after Bayley and Sasha Banks at NXT New York.
And again, there's a common thread there.
There you go. I don't know whether that's 100% true, but someone told me, and I've not bothered to check it. So
it's almost like Mercedes is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and
again, I just wasn't into her when she came in.
And again, that's fine, because I don't think she had the right people around her.
Yeah.
Now she's got an absolute shark tank of a women's division to work in. She's literally turning in.
I want to see. I have so many matches now that I want to see Mercedes have.
When she before AEW became full time for her, and she was showing up in Japan, I thought, I think this might work out, because, like, you get impressions of people which are not fair because we don't know these people. And your impression is she's pampered and she's Snoop's cousin and she's this and she's that. But it's like, she didn't have to go to Japan. I bet she didn't go to Japan for a payday anyway.
She didn't have to take those bumps. She went to Japan.
Right. She went because she had an agenda. She had a vision of what she wanted her career to be. And, buddy, she was right. Like,
to quote the wonderful Walton Goggins from Fallout, she's doing this for the love of the game.
Yep. My one minor gripe is that finisher takes way too long to set up.
Oh, the Moneymaker.
Moneymaker. I don't like it. Takes too long to set up. It rarely looks good.
I really like. Now she started quite reliably doing the backstabber into the what used to be the bank statement. I can't remember what it's called now.
Just do the backstabber and call it something like just hold them like she has been doing, just rolling into it. Just call that something else and get rid of that. I don't like finishers that take so long to set up.
Well, I said she did it a few times in this match. She does the backstabber and then immediately goes into the crossface, which it looks incredible. Like she does it so well all the time. Yes. And every time she put it on Tony in this match, Tony looked like she was in horrendous danger.
Yes. And again, it's the foot off the ropes roll back that Mercedes did so well as well. Like, you think you're getting close? Back to the middle.
But again, it's just sensible mentality. Like, of course, you're watching where the ropes are if you've got a submission on someone, because you don't want them to reach it, so you're going to push yourself off. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to use like horrible phrases like ring awareness and stuff, but it's just good. And I'll take the. She wasn't.
Yeah,
with the
I
right
can't
people.
believe Mercedes used their creative control to book herself to lose on the biggest stage. What a stupid person.
Yeah, no kidding. Do we know if Luther is legitimately hurt, or is he just taking a little time off?
I think he got meteoric, didn't he? Which probably wasn't the most pleasant experience. But I've not heard anything to say that he's not hurt. He's like hurt legitimately or anything. He's probably.
I think it's just.
He disappears in and out, doesn't he? And then when he comes back,
Yeah.
he'll come back in a match to like help her out and get a big pop or something. Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of the way they've been booking him.
Maria, I think we've been having that conversation for a year, but yeah, she's. And what's great about Tony is Tony going to go down as the best technical women's wrestler of all time? Maybe not. Not that she can't be, but like Tony's the complete package. She is a woman who can work, but can also entertain and do it better than anybody as a package deal. Like, I think that's what her appeal is, guys, is that she is a well-rounded
in terms
performer.
of wrestlers who have made me genuinely invested in their story. And I was kind of sad when we had that bit where she entered the fugue state and went back into Tony Storm.
Yeah.
And then there was that great dissolve, and she just took it off, and I was like, "This is cinema. This is beautiful."
Yeah.
This
When
is
it was in Daly's place when she like stripped off her Tony Storm outfit and she had all like the plain black underneath, and
but the camera like slowly faded, and I was just like, I've never seen anything like.
She gets this. She really gets this.
She does get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, all it took was watching like a couple of old Betty Davis films.
Just lock her in a room with RJ City for 3 hours, and then
it's
whatever they're paying him. It's not enough, by the way.
He's still not got a credit. He's still not got the graphic yet, mate.
No, and it's his birthday today as well.
It's
He still
his
didn't get
birthday. Happy birthday! Hope you get the credit. It's probably not the best technical wrestler, probably not the best wrestler ever, but in the terms of I'm going to talk to people, going, you need to watch this match. I'm going to throw up 3 Tony Storm matches, easy.
She is to me the epitome of why the word entertainment is not a bad thing in pro wrestling. She is the example of what we mean, what the word entertainment should be, and not the way that other companies loosely throws that word around as much as they do. Like,
I mean, I'm gonna drop a big word here, but is it fair to compare it to Austin? In that sort of sense of she did everything in the ring that she needed to do, but the strength was in like the conviction of her character and like the strength of her character.
Maybe
how just entertaining she was as a character.
Maybe,
I would say with the other company, the entertainment is what we're going to tell you what you like. Whereas with this, is you go and pick what you want.
Pick what you want. Good call.
Because we've got enough here. We've got a woman who thinks she's a 1920s film actress. We've got 2 lads who are the youngest men alive, but are clearly about 50.
And and everyone just takes them at face value.
Why would they lie, Tasty? Friends don't lie.
Whenever they're on screen, we do a little weird VHS filter on the promos.
You've got all of these bigger than life characters, which is what American wrestling is, but also they feel way more relatable than Roman Reigns. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep,
like,
for sure.
And that's not poo-pooing Roman Reigns or whatever, but I feel more close to characters in AEW than I do with WWE ones. Like, maybe Kevin Owens, because I reckon me and him would go out for poutine and it'd be fun.
Is that why Cody didn't really fit too well in AEW, do you think?
What, because he's Homelander? Yeah.
Oh,
it's not about nationalism and all of these things. It's just about watching wrestling and having a good time.
We always used to joke about the Codyverse, didn't we, and how it felt separate and how it didn't feel like it meshed with everything else. And I don't know, I'm not just saying that because he's gone to the other company and he's over there now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to throw shade. Cody's a wonderful professional. I'm sure he's having the time of his life, and he's drawing packed houses and having excellent matches. So I'm just a guy on the internet who talks about wrestling. So
same.
I ain't going. I always say, like, I ain't never gonna poo-poo, like you say. I'm never gonna like tell any wrestler that they're not good because they're doing things that on several levels that I could never do. And I respect them all. I respect them all for doing it.
Hey, you're making money at the end of the day.
I don't know. I think I could picture Joe kick flipping off Mount Everest like Darby did, probably.
Oh, you should see me.
But no, this match, just to close it out, this match was incredible.
It was.
There was a spot where Tony hit 3 Storm Zeros in a row, and Mercedes barely kicks out.
She did that thing of lifting her other arm up with her other arm, which at the time I went, that's cool. And then in hindsight, I went, that's incredibly fucking stupid.
Oh, easy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Man.
It's always me, and I did so
we
well.
almost 2 hours in, we were doing so well as well.
I know. I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry.
Joe, just to pull out the curtain, Joe had a shirt with a swear on, and we made him change it before the show started.
I did change my shirt because it had a swear
Changed
on it.
his shirt and dropped the F-bomb on my show
I'm so
anyway.
good. No, I do try, Tom. I'm so sorry.
And it wasn't the F-bomb on the shirt either.
No,
it was a lesser swear.
It was the
much
L word.
lesser. Much lesser.
L word with an ampersand and a question mark in it. Yeah. I just thought it was really stupid because that doesn't make any sense. Why would one arm have more strength than the other arm? But it was fun. It was cool. Was it like the Storm Zero off the turnbuckle?
Yeah.
That looks grotty.
Earlier in the match, Mercedes kisses Tony, which is a bad move because that only increases her power.
It's true.
It's true.
And then at the end of the matmatch, they're on the top turnbuckle. Tony then kisses Mercedes and then just absolutely destroys her with a Storm Zero off the top rope.
Oh, it was great.
Yep. It's beautiful.
Again, it's if you ever doubt Mercedes' love of the game, like she didn't have to take that spot.
No. But if you're going to take her from somebody, you take her from Tony because Tony will protect you and you'll be fine.
You could have just took 3 Storm Zeros. You could have took 1 and sold it. Like, but
yeah,
you got it was a beautiful, beautiful match.
And we're doing it a disservice because we're not talking about the story they tell throughout the match. Like Mercedes works Tony's arm in preparation for the crossface. She does it really well. We talked about it on our podcast. If you want to go to that Untitled Wrestling Podcast, there's almost a story like Mercedes is more technical than Tony, so Tony has to like disrupt her all the time, and she's always using power to try and sort of throw her off her balance and throw her off her game, interrupt her timings and stuff like that. If you watch it, it's really good. It's these women understand wrestling on a level that most people will never comprehend. They're 2 of the best minds and workers in the game, and they showed this match was an absolute masterpiece.
Yep, 100%. No further words.
Well done. Yeah, I can't do better than that. We've got 2 left for this show, kids. Kazuchika Okada defeats Kenny by God Omega for the now they're carrying around 3 belts. I don't know why.
It's 1 belt, but also 3 belts, but 1 belt, but there is 2 belts.
It's the Megazord from Power Rangers. You put them all together, and it makes the bigger one, and then the Brontosaur comes out, and you stand him in that, and then
we made this Transformers joke last week.
And you shoot all the missiles at the bad guy, and he explodes. So what more do you want?
And I'll form the head. Voltron just suddenly jumped into my mind. I don't know why.
Yeah. I was thinking of the weasels from Rick and Morty, the space weasels.
But yeah.
I love how he always had to say, and I'll form the, like, you don't have to say what you're going to, like, was it Devastator? The Constructicons always had to say, Constructicons, unite to form Devastator. Can't it just go?
Because it's reused footage, so it bulks out the episode.
I mean, if you're the Constructicons, you're like, well, we're here as well.
What else are we going to do?
We're all individuals. We have our own talents. I'm a cement mixer, mate. I can knock you for a wall in 5 minutes.
I'm trying to remember the character.
He can just mix up cement. He's not a plasterer.
I
can't remember the Constructicons' names now.
You know someone who's on long-term sick, but he works cash in hand, so it's fine.
It's unite to form Devastator, and one's like, I don't think I want to do that this time.
Yeah, maybe one of us isn't into it. Maybe Bob's having an off day and he's not really feeling it.
We were like building a football stadium over here. We're on a job, man. I don't have time for that. I'm on the clock. You know what I mean? Because they're construction.
I don't get off till like 5, mate.
Yeah, quick time's 5. Can't we kill the Autobots at like 5:30? I don't know. Jeez.
The Energon's still going to be there. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. What are we talking about? So I want opinions before I give mine. Okada and Omega. Did this live up to everyone's expectations?
Well, first of all, can I say that we have such an embarrassment of riches on this card that this is the bathroom break match in between the 2 world title matches.
Interesting.
Which it's not, because it clearly isn't. Go on, Joe. I'll let you go first.
I was going to say, as I said last week, it's not going to be the matches they had at the Minion and stuff, because they're not those people anymore.
It's been 7 years.
Yeah.
Kenny nearly died 2 times.
Kenny nearly died. Kenny had, as Jim Ross said, diverticulitis.
He had a foot of intestine removed. I don't know what this is a percentage, but it sounds like quite a lot.
It's not, apparently. Your inside of your stomach is like the inside of your intestine is like a tennis court or something.
I know there was a medieval form of torture where they would cut you open and they would tie your intestine around a tree and they'd make you walk around the tree until you died.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get into that, but I've done a lot of research into medieval.
You telling me that York Dungeon lied to me, Joe?
And apparently a lot of it is nonsense, because why would you kill someone if you wanted information
funny.
of them?
This has been a dark episode of Tom Clark's Main Event.
I forget. No,
what I will say, this match, like you say, Joe, 7 years since the last match. If anyone was expecting Wrestle Kingdom style, you weren't going to get it.
No, because
what this match did, I thought excellently, was show what 7 years has done to these two men.
Yes.
Because the way those are perfect moments where I can't remember the movies. Like Kenny hits a move, and he goes into a bridge, and he just doesn't have the core strength to hold the bridge for the pin.
That was it.
And he just collapses. And that showed you everything you were going to get in this match. You were going to see.
I think Jim Ross just goes like, Kenny there, like any other day he could hold that, but he's lost a foot of his gut for the diverticulitis.
If only he had a foot more of intestine, he would have been okay there.
Or 2 more foot. Put some extra feet of intestines in there. Like borrow some off a friend.
The selling of the abdomen got old to me. It got old quick for me. Like, I get it, but like also, you know what I mean? Like at some point, I'm like, yeah, okay, we're gonna really lean into this, and this is not against Kenny that I'm saying this, because I don't think Kenny politics to win matches. Although I could be wrong.
I think Kenny politics to lose matches.
More than likely, you're probably right. Yeah. So, like, I don't think that's what was going on. But, like, at the same time, it's like, man, feels like a way to legitimately beat Kenny without making him look bad. And you could say, let to fight another day. And had it not been for the condition, by crackle, he would have beat that Okada. So, like, I guess we still protected him.
But I think what this match showed, and again, I have to apologize. I wasn't brave enough on the preview show when we were all rolling out the red carpet for Kenny, saying this is his last run, he's going to get the title. I had in the back of my head, like, I think Okada's probably the favorite here because Kenny's had all these issues. I think the story they told in this match is that this version of Kenny can't beat this version of Okada.
They've both grown, which is what I failed to take into consideration. Okada has moved on as well. And Okada is now even more remorseless and evil than he ever was.
I mean, as he said to Kenny a year ago, he's the best bout machine now.
Yeah. And
I don't like his new music, by the way. Not a fan. Sorry. I know Jay likes it.
Someone asked him on social media before, do you prefer your new music or your old music? And his reply was, that's for me to know, bitch.
Nah, it's great.
It's fine. I don't know whether it's just like separating from New Japan because that's his New Japan music, isn't it? Or whether at Forbidden Door they'll bring it back for a big pop.
I can't remember. Did we talk about this on the previous show? Like this is the single match in all of AEW history that's probably cost Tony Khan the most money.
I agree with that.
Because he had to basically sign a card to an exclusive contract just to have this match with Kenny. Because Tony is such a mark for New Japan, especially for that era of New Japan. That he was, he's been dying to get this on the show for like 5 years.
Yeah, that makes sense. Expensive match. You're not wrong about that.
It was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was
Is this the last time we see these two guys go at it?
No.
They got one more in them.
I think there'll be one more.
They build it like it was the last time. We get to get twice in a lifetime in AEW.
I think genuinely, if Kenny calls it a day, I think this. I mean, that might be his retirement.
Is Kenny talking 5 matches, 10 matches, 20 matches?
We don't know. I know he's taking some time off again now, from what I've been reading, and that's fine. Like again, as we said before, take as much time off as make sure that you're healthy and you're happy.
And most of the point, if Kenny's got, say, hypothetically, Kenny's got 10 matches left, do you want another one of them to be Okada again?
I want his last one to be Okada.
You reckon? Like the final? But because he's going out, Kenny's going out on his back because he's old school. Like he's not gonna win his last match.
No, Kenny's gonna throw everything at him. Kenny's gonna take the foot of intestines that he lost and throw it at Okada. Like he's gonna have everything in his corner, and it's just not gonna be enough.
JP's asking about should this have been a 2-day pay-per-view. I don't want to get too wrapped up in the logistics of renting an arena and paying for utility and whatever all that looks like for 2 straight nights, because a lot of that's over my head because I don't know the numbers. But I imagine it's more financially wise to do it all in one night, but that's me guessing. I could be wrong.
And also, it sucks for the fans because if you want to see 2 matches, you're buying 2 tickets.
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
And then the temptation then is to say, right, Mercedes Tony headlines night 1, Mox and Hanger headlines night 2, and then you've become the CM Punk. It's the buy one get one free main event, and
that's what we don't want.
No, it's one show.
It was one aggressively long show.
How long's the Super Bowl? Because the Super Bowl is like 4 plus hours.
Yeah, how long is the Super Hour?
And I like American football, but compared to deathmatch wrestling, it's very boring.
I agree with that.
So if I can sit
That's
through
a bold
5
statement there.
if I can sit through 5 hours, hey, I watched the Rams versus the Patriots, the most boring Super Bowl I've ever seen, and I watched the entire thing because I'm an idiot. And if I can watch 5 hours of that, I can watch 6 hours of this.
Yeah, I as we said at the start of the show, I think because it was their biggest ever show that they'd done, they put everything out there. And yeah, it went 6 hours. For me, I was fine with it. I drifted off a bit during the trios tag match because it just wasn't for me. I just like, there's no anything else could have changed hands. That one, I was like, it's a done deal. But everything else had me on the edge of my seat, and I loved every second of it. Like, yeah, I don't want 2 days.
Well, they took what's Japan's show? Wrestle Kingdom is 2 nights, but this past year they phrased it like the first night was not Wrestle Kingdom. It was how'd they do it? I can't remember now. Night 2 was Wrestle Kingdom. Night 1 was something else.
Was that
right?
AEW show? Was that Wrestle Dynasty?
No. This was in Japan.
No. AEW did a night, didn't they? In Japan.
I don't recall. Why am I not remembering this? It was this year in January.
We have the internet right here.
Right? Ask the Google machine what it knows.
I can only use that to look up memes. So Wrestle Dynasty took place on January 5th.
That's what it was.
And that was the AEW show. That was.
Where was your wife?
Where was Jericho's wife on January?
That's 6th.
So
she was on her way there the night previous.
Oh, I see.
Wrestle Kingdom 19 was January 4th, and then Wrestle Dynasty was January 5th.
There you go.
So they did the New Japan show, and then did the AEW CMLL New Japan Triple show the night after.
That's right. Yeah. So they found a way around it. I mean, look, JP, I get it. It's the time commitment is big. I understand, and just because one fan enjoys it the way that's done, another fan may not enjoy the way it's done. I see you have a valid argument, but
if it had started 2 hours later, you would have to take your wife to work 2 hours into it. So
you're right, because it was earlier. That's right. I forgot about that.
Your logic does. I don't know. I don't know about your personal comings and goings.
Look, no show is going to be perfect for everybody.
No. I enjoyed this as a UK citizen because
for me, if it was
6 o'clock.
If it was a Saturday, Sunday, it would have sucked for me because I had to get up at 7 a.m. on Monday morning for work.
I wouldn't have watched it live.
So I wouldn't have been able to watch night 2. So I for me personally, going until 2 a.m. on Saturday night was great because I had all Sunday off to recover.
I'd like to now openly campaign for AEW to return to Saturday pay-per-views.
Yeah,
Please and thank you.
Tony's talked about it, hasn't he? Like he said, because I think they get better buys or something.
Yeah.
Because it's Saturday and people have the next day to do all the nonsense that they would miss by watching wrestling for 5-6 hours.
Yes.
I'm with that. The only reason they stopped doing it was because of some sports, and then WWE started doing them on Saturdays, and then they never went.
Wasn't because like boxing was always on a Saturday or something?
Something like that. And I'm like, yeah, boxing's rubbish. They've only got 4 rope.
Tony very specifically says he doesn't like to go up against Sunday Night Football. So when the NFL season starts, he moves them all to Saturdays anyway.
I'm just saying.
There's no primetime sports on Saturday night telly in America on a regular basis. Is that we have soccer that's like association football is all Saturday is football day for us, but in America it's always Sunday night.
Yeah, but that's always 3 or 5, isn't it? Like
NBA will be Saturdays, but it's not.
And again, British football's over in 2 hours. American football can take
days
to finish. Yeah.
One more match, kids. Hangman Adam Page defeating John Moxley. This was maybe the most satisfying end to a storyline, and satisfying end. I mean, I enjoyed the match. The spot near the beginning with when the camera was right there. Talk about camera work, and he just did this to the head and instantly drew blood. Is one of the most graphic things I've seen straight out on American television.
Have you seen the slow-mo clip of it as well?
I have not.
Oh my god! There's a slow motion clip and you can literally see the blood just like spurting. Like,
ooh.
It's unbelievable.
John is a baller. Okay,
John Moxley's been taking some Cody pills
and look,
the pressure up.
The whole time that we were kind of crapping on this thing. Like, man, why the belt, blah, blah, blah. I don't think anybody ever crapped on John. I don't think it was that or a matter of that John. No. It's just the stuff they allowed. I don't know. We were all going, what is going on? But like I will say this notion that this was the only conclusion. I don't want to hear that. No. I love that it worked out, but if it comes out, this has been planned for a year. This has been planned since the fall of last year. All right, cool. But did we ever think long-term this must be Hangman's? I think maybe we got there in the past month, 2 months, but were we there for a year? So I wasn't.
You go back to All In Wembley when Danielson won the title. Hangman was a failed competitor in the Casino Gauntlet match.
Yeah.
So I think this all gets found to place because like there's no way of knowing a year ago or even 8 months ago that Hangman's going to click into place, like, because he's a heel and he's got this big redemption arc, but if it doesn't get over with the fans, then it doesn't really work. And then he's maybe got stuck in a thing with Swerve for a bit, having like back and forth. It's only because I think it's Hangman's strength that he managed to turn his character. And I don't think he did it on purpose to get to become the champion. I think he's a natural babyface, like more than. And it shone, even though he went down that really dark path with Swerve, it shone through in the end. And the way I could talk for 5 hours about the promo they had on Collision with the chain and Hangman and Swerve finally connecting and apologizing. And all they ever had to do was just sit down and talk about it.
Just two grown men sitting down and going, "I'm sorry for what I did." Okay, fair enough.
And that's Hangman's entire like character is like, I can just think about this and I can be a better person, and I can just, if I just took a step back and did the right thing, then everything would probably work out. And that's been Hangman for like the entirety of his time in AEW.
And the thing is, it's not like I'm taking a step back from this because it's silly. I'm taking a step back in context of the wrestling silly, if that makes sense. Like, it's still inherently silly, but it makes sense in the context of Hangman.
It's logic within moments, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
it's logic within madness. Yeah.
You're right. That spot where he asks if they can talk, and Hangman pulls up a chair and sits down, and Swerve just looks at him, as if to say, "All right," and then he pulls his own chair.
And credit to Swerve as well, because Swerve's played a huge part in this, and he's been like
so good.
Like the way that they've flipped it around so many times. Like, it started with Swerve as a heel, then Hangman actually becomes a heel because Swerve gets cheered as a face, and he like, well, I turned on the fans because this man broke into my house and you cheered for him, and now I don't like the fans anymore.
Yeah.
And even like in the last promo, he said like, my son still wakes up screaming because he thinks you're going to come into his room.
Yeah.
And he says like, my family's coming to the show. Not come to the show, but they're going to be in the area. Please don't come near my family.
Please don't come to the
like, I can forgive you, but I don't want you near my family ever again.
And Swerve goes, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that was. Yeah, they both said. Yeah, we went too far here, didn't we? Like,
we both. I mean, I stalked your child. You burnt my house down. We're all at fault.
Call it even? Yeah. Well, look, I said for months we should not be cheering Swerve. This man broke into another man's home and stood over his baby in the crib. This is not a baby face.
I'm just pointing that out there.
No, his wife was asleep in another room.
Okay. They retconned that in because I don't want to go full.
Yeah, he was not a baby face. This idea that he's a bet, no, he's not. Stop. Like, and it's everybody's point. Hangman was right. It's the old Civil War of, was it Steve or Tony? Who's right? Hangman was right. You had no right doing that. You had no business doing that. Did I set fire to the house you grew up in? Sure. No one was in it. Everyone was safe. You don't know that it wasn't a controlled fire. Was it dastardly? Boy, you better believe it. You stood over my baby in a crib. Like, you can't compare the two, to me anyway.
You left the T-shirt, and even Nana went, "We've gone too far."
Yes. He's like, I just want to say, shut up.
Again, it's just this whole, as I think I've said many times on this, Hangman is the golden thread that runs throughout all of AEW. Like, he's been a part in so many big moments of AEW, voluntarily or involuntarily. But
it's no coincidence that AEW seems to do its best when he's prominently featured.
Yeah, he's the beating heart of it. Like, other people come and go and fall in and out of favor, but Hangman is always there, and it's because he's relatable.
He's relatable.
Can we talk about Moxley for a second? Because, like, first of all,
I was going to get to that, but
first of all, he gives Hangman everything in this match, like absolutely everything. He makes him look like an absolute
so much shit in this match.
Secondly, how many times has Moxley put this company on his back when he's needed, when someone's had to pick it up?
Do you remember when Thingy got injured and Mox was like, "I'm on holiday for 6 months," and Tony Khan's like, "Nah."
Yeah, you were, but not now.
He came back and he was like, "Fine, I'll carry this."
He's driven 8 hours to get to a show before because his flight got cancelled. So he just hopped in the car, but I'll be there 8 hours. See you in a bit.
Yeah. Might be 7 if I don't stop to drink some petrol on the way.
I'll spit petrol into the engine like in Mad Max.
Witness. Yeah.
Fernando, I cannot disagree with you more. Says Darby picked the wrong time to climb mountains and should have prioritized his job. Fernando, Tony Khan encouraged Darby to climb this mountain. He encouraged him to. He's in Darby's corner.
If Darby had been there, it would have detracted from.
I agree.
And Darby said, like, he got slammed for this because old wrestlers are stupid. But he said, look, winning the AEW World title is not my main goal in this company. It's to promote this company and to do the best thing for this company. And everyone's like, oh, well, he should, in kayfabe, he should want to win that. No, but he's talking about, like, having a healthy relationship with your work.
The belt is a thing.
Yeah, it's a prop.
It comes and goes. It's about who sells the most merch at the end of the day. Who puts the most money in your pocket. Eh?
Well, Darby was on Marion's podcast last week, and it's really good, by the way.
Darby's slow descent is still one of the funniest things.
Oh man! And Marion asked him about having the title. He's like, "Do you care about the title?" He's like, "Well, everybody cares about the title." He's like, "Yeah, I care about it." He said, "But do I need it? I don't need it." He's like, and Marion goes, "Be good to have, though, right?" And Darby's like, "Yeah, it'd be good to have." He said, "But that's not why I'm in this." He's like, "Oh, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen."
But isn't Darby's whole shtick that he's like a little bit of a nihilist? He's like a bit.
Yeah,
He doesn't need anything. He's basically like a good version of the Joker. He's happy with simple things.
Wasn't it that Revolution where he won the? No, it wasn't that one where he won the TNT belt, was it? Yeah, it was.
But what we need to think about, who we all need to thank for this, we all need to thank Jay White, because if he didn't break Darby's foot 18 months ago, Darby would have climbed Everest last year, and we wouldn't have got this whole situation we got this year.
Butterfly effect.
That is the butterfly effect.
No, again, Darby, will probably win that title at some point, but he doesn't need it.
Everyone was so sure because Mox beat him for the title shot that he was going to be the one to.
We're
going to come back. We're going to close the loop. It's going to go full circle. You didn't think about Hangman, Adam, goddamn Page.
Yeah.
Man, y'all just cursing up storm my show today. I swear.
I'm still 2-1. So.
Should we talk about? Should we just talk about the match, because it was probably going to be my match of the year.
It'll be a long time before I want to see a man DDT'd onto a bed of nails again.
You speak for yourself, there, Joe.
Nails. Loosely stated, nails.
Oh my God! Now who's breaking kayfabe, brother?
I'm just saying. I saw some of those nails get a little flexible.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
You've become one of those jaded old men. Sorry, Tom. We're taking over this podcast now, and it's ours.
It's the logical wrestling podcast now.
No one wants to see that.
No, sorry. Tasty, activate Protocol Omega.
Well, Order 60. What's the number? We made the joke through the whole TED show. Order 66. What was it?
Oh, the
have we forgotten the number? From it's Star Wars reference.
It's Order 66, yeah.
66 is Executive
Yeah,
Jedi,
that's it.
yeah.
I only know because at least once a week, someone who's a nerd will tweet their McDonald's slip with just say Order 66 on it, and they'll be like, "Do I need to kill a load of kids?"
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I don't think the entire board was gimmicked. I think there was some real deals in there. But as we know,
when Mox takes that backdrop onto it, it does not flinch.
no, but it's
The
some
bottom
of it was
left-hand
gimmicked.
corner is yeah.
And like, what was the match? Him and Kenny, and he's crawling over glass, and everyone's like, "It's not real glass." I'm like, "No, it's not real glass. They don't want the men to die. Of course, it's not real glass." But the crowd still went, "Oh God," and made that gasp. That's what you want.
Yeah,
it's the suspension of disbelief. It's not
you
my job to
in
make
the
you think
movies
it's
when
real.
people
It's
get
to make
shot,
you
that they don't
forget-
really die.
Yes, it's not my job to make you think that it's real. It's my job to make you forget that it's fake.
Well said.
It's not me. I can't remember who it was that said it. I think it was Sun Tzu in The Art of War.
Sun Tzu's not here to correct you. You could have took credit for that, man.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to be.
I
don't want my ancestors haunting me.
And by the way, we've got a caller. Sun Tzu, are you on the line? Surprise, Joe.
He's here
he is.
tonight.
Yeah.
Ah, God.
Yeah, Sun Tzu's not
We're
happy.
adopted brothers.
Well, again, a satisfying end to this.
The whole everyone running out, and it quickly escalating into.
But it was such the right way to do it. Like
It was-
so like Osprey comes out first, and he can't quite get it done. He gets annihilated.
He gets totally annihilated. But no music.
No.
Like, I didn't clock this until I was pointing out.
No Cope running up and down the stage
Because
celebrating.
He said like it's going to be their version of the Bloodlines rules match, and I was like, but they're not playing the music. They're not having everyone do the Cope run up and down. They're not having the Jeff Hardy dance going on. It's just, oh heck, my mate's getting battered. I best go and put a stop to this. And it made it feel so much more real and so much more urgent. And
Bryan Danielson came back dressed as Blue Panther.
I don't think that was Bryan Danielson. That was Blue Panther.
No, he took the mask off. You saw his face.
I think that was two separate people.
Tom, Bryan Danielson hit a tope. Thoughts on
I
that?
said last week he can still go, but he's, as we said earlier, like, if you don't want to go, don't go. If you're done, you're done. If it's got to be your decision, it shouldn't be a doctor. It should be you, hopefully, and whatever's best for you and your family. Having said that, hey, freaking Bryan, just come on back. What are we doing? Just come on back.
You think Bryan's the type of guy who can stay away?
I'm happy with him coming back and doing these bits.
He's got it in his blood, hasn't he? Like
he does.
But I also think he'll know when enough is enough. Like, I can't go anymore. I'm looking at you, Undertaker. You know what I mean?
Ugh, don't even talk about that guy.
No, but that's what I mean. But I think Bryan's probably got 2-3 matches left in him, and then that's it. And he needs to pick and choose those ones. Because he's never going to go until someone kills him.
He says, I was hoping Jay White and Eddie Kingston would appear at the end of this main event.
Me and you both, Maria.
But no, I don't, because if by appear you mean to congratulate Hangman, that would have been fine. But appear for any other reason.
I wanted Eddie to come out and slap Moxley so hard.
But that's helping Hangman, though.
So, yeah,
no. After he'd lost, just to come out and slap.
Two things to put to that. One, they weren't involved in the storyline, and all the people who came out were involved in the storyline.
Yes.
And also, Jay pointed this out on our show. None of the faces touched Jon Moxley when they came out to help. They all they did was run off the Death Riders, or they neutralized the Death Riders. No one hits Moxley. No one hits him with anything. No one puts him through a table. All they do is stop the numbers ganging up on Hangman. They just level the playing field. Which is perfect because it protects. It means Hanger didn't win because Swerve hit Moxley with a chair.
Shenanigans.
Or,
It's a very good story.
And there's that moment where Swerve comes out and he nails the Bucks with the chain, and he's got the chain in his hand, and he looks at Hangman, and everyone's heart drops to the pit of their stomach because they don't know what he's about to do.
Hangman's a sweet soul, and so is Swerve, and drops it, and he does that. He does the smile and nod. It's beautiful. Like, I swear to God, this match could be studied in actual cinema in terms of how it's paced, how it's laid out, how it's a small film.
And then Moxley, right at the very death, Moxley does so much character work and selling in 5 seconds when he's hanging over that rope. You see all the emotions. Like, he realizes he realizes that he's got no one left. No one's going to come to save him. Like, all his friends are gone.
Hangman will kill him, given the option, and his only option is to admit defeat.
And in that moment, he shows so much fear that he's never done before.
Yeah, it's just the look that switches across his face is beautiful, and it's, again,
like I said, Moxley sells his butt off for Hangman in this match. He gives him absolutely everything, and Hangman plays his part. There's a couple of moments in this match where Hangman has absolutely mastered the stand up at 9.9 seconds.
Yeah.
Where you are internally screaming as you see him struggle to get to his feet on the 8 count.
I'm going to put this forward now. It's superseded Psycho Mike versus Sasquatch as my match of the year.
Is that the low blow match?
Yeah. Where it's just them punching each other in the crotch for about 6 minutes. Yeah.
Oh,
it makes sense canonically, story wise.
It's a whole thing.
I was going to say, yeah.
No, but again, it's just the end of this payoff, but also the end of Hangman's bigger payoff, and it's so well done. It's even like in this within the space of the 30 odd minutes of this match, 35 minutes by the way, this match, and it felt like about 17. Really, I didn't know it was that long. Yeah.
It starts with like Hangman coming out. First of all, the camera's on the heel tunnel, and he comes out the face tunnel.
Yeah, I like that, and he's got his own music.
Yeah, he's got his own music. He looks like quite tentative as he comes out. He almost looks a bit like there's a little bit of hesitation, and he doesn't quite look like, he looks a bit almost not ashamed, but like he doesn't quite deserve to come out the face tunnel. Like he's still struggling to sort of come to terms with either what he's about to do, or what he knows he's got to do, or what he's done in the past. And then to see at the end, like when he finally takes, because there's a beautiful moment. Mox can't quite put Hangman down. He's death rided him on the nail board, and he still gets up, and then he says to Marina, "Get the belt. I want to show it to him. I want to hit him with it. Basically, I'm going to show it to him, and he's never going to see it again." Is what he says to Marina. And so then Marina goes, "This is like, it's almost beautiful." Like, she goes to the time cruise area. She grabs the case. She comes out. She's handcuffed. Prince Nana's under there, as Jay pointed out to me. He's changed his outfit, so he's wearing all black. So he's like stealth mode under the table. So
sneaky Nana. Yep.
And then so the belt's brought into play. You know it's there. And then at the end of the euphoria when he opens that, oh my god! Was it worth it? Was the juice worth the squeeze? All that 8-9 months of no belt to see Hangman lift it.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's the moment, I've got a picture of it, where he's just about to open it, and there's
Jay's in the chat. Jay's talking about it in the chat. There we go.
There's a look of sadness in Hangman's eyes. I thought, can he not open it?
He fakes us out. He almost acts like the lock's busted or something, and he can't turn the key.
And I was like,
and then he stops and he just lays it on the floor, and then he just rips the top off, and it's there, and it's like, oh my god!
And it's a big old catharsis of everything, and that's what these are the moments that wrestling are made of.
But we don't get that moment without the 9 months of not.
Oh no! Again, you have to suffer.
And I accept it's a fine line. It's a fine line you've got to walk, because you don't get the payoff without the suffering. But at the same time, you can't book things that are intentionally bad so you can book something good later.
No. Looking at you, Hurt Syndicate.
It's just tough. Like, and I don't want to crap on anything at the end. I couldn't, but I'm not gonna. But like, in the midst of those months, who was made? Who did he make? Who came out better because they worked Mox? Who came out better because Mox was on Dynamite this week? And I'm like, Mox shouldn't be on TV for 2 weeks at least.
I was a bit annoyed about that. I thought
I was
Mox
annoyed
should have gone
by
away
that
and licked his wounds a bit,
because
he was shown to be outclassed. Like,
Sting winning the title from Hogan did not kill the NWO, and I submit to this day it should have. That should have been the end of it. And you could have splintered it, and they could have all fought with each other and made some pay-per-views out of that. But, like, it didn't. Heyman beating Mox did not kill Death Riders. all right, but what now? Like, what now? Are we still going to do bags over heads? Because it's Darby. Cool. But is everyone just going to go jump Darby now? Now we all got to help Darby. Like, it just kind of feels like we're going to wash, rinse, repeat. I don't know. At some point, it's like, I want John to cut this promo and either Claudio or Wheeler just look at him like, whatever.
I think that's got to be the next step, is that maybe
Right?
they stop believing in him. Like, because
Yes.
I thought that would have been the logical progression. Was that
does Mox, like, what's Mox's motivation now? Does he want to get the belt back off Hangman, or was making Hangman that person the goal, and he's done it and he's accepted that now? Or
Right.
But Mox not showing up would have been like, oh, the boss isn't here. What do we do? And then it gradually just shows them breaking away.
Yes.
And going their own separate ways. I don't know, because Mox's ideals seem confusing at this point.
And Jay, by the way, you're totally right. Mox did not dominate anything. He did not.
Oh no,
he didn't talk. Right. That part was great, but at the same time, he shouldn't have probably even been on the show. Like, I don't understand why he's on the show.
well, I mean, the real world answer is because he's John Moxley and he doesn't like taking time off.
And,
Yeah,
and
but Renee's booked them a trip to let's say Disneyland World.
What's
Like,
Moxley doing at Disneyland? He's not going to blade on It's a Small World, mate. You can't be living that life. You're the first person to gig in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
he'll gig off the water splashing
just
up on
Moxley death riding all of the goofies in every single area. No, Mox take some time away. Like, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yep.
You lost in you had to tap. It's not like you lost in the most humiliating way a wrestler can lose.
Before we can I just get a little serious and can we just also remember that Mox is an addict and he's in recovery and maybe Moxie needs to be working.
Fair enough, yes.
And by the way, as a real person, not the character of John Moxley, I love that he's still on TV. But I'm just thinking, from a storyline perspective, could he have just hung out backstage for a couple of weeks? Yeah, like, I don't know. But to Jay's point, it didn't take the shine off Hangman in the slightest, which is good.
Yeah, I if anything, it made Mox look afraid.
Yeah, and Hangman's
what he
promo
has
as well.
created.
Hangman's promo at the start of Dynamite. Yeah, no, I know he did the big swear, but
he did the big swear, and it was good. And then he just stood there.
And Chuck Taylor just burst into tears backstage.
One day, Chuck. One day.
That's it for the big show. We're not going to go through Ring of Honor. We'll be here another 2 hours. But because
I've not seen it yet, but apparently Bandito Takeshita was incredible. And a bunch of
it was incredible.
Really good. Bandito Takeshita was tremendous.
And the right guy won. Like, and I know maybe somebody picked Takeshita, maybe we all, I don't know. But like Takeshita has proven, because Takeshita dropped pins in Japan, didn't hurt him a bit. He can get beat on American TV, doesn't hurt him a bit. He's one of those guys that doesn't matter.
He's like 24 or something. He's got his whole career in front of him. Like, he can afford to drop pins now. Yeah.
He's just married Yuka Sakazaki. He's got a dog. He's having a great life.
He's got all the tiny things that you ordered off the internet by mistake. He's having fun.
Ray is not going to let us get out of here. He hit us with the question. Here we go. Let's see. Lil Wayne or Busta Rhymes? Got to go Busta on that.
Busta Rhymes, obviously.
He played Glasgow this year and he was excellent. No, Isle of Wight Festival, sorry, and he was excellent.
Number one, Morecambe's number one son, because he once spent 2 summers there.
Part 2, LL Cool J or Biggie? Got to go Biggie.
Biggie.
And if Adam Cole invited you to the grand opening of the Adam Cole Baseball Fantasy Camp, that's a new one, where you can meet any baseball player you want. Who would you want to hang out with? Later one to get dinner, which included barbecue chicken, crunchy fries, and a cold glass of bottled water. Could I join as well? The answer is yes to all that, but I'm not a baseball guy.
Ray, you can always join me for some crunchy chicken. I'm a big Tampa Bay Rays guy. I would like to meet Evan Longoria because he is my hero.
I've seen Tasty house like 20 chicken wings in about 3 minutes.
Oh, I can put the chicken away, don't you?
Oh no, my brother still talks about that to this day.
Mark Briscoe won't let me on the phone.
Because I know nothing about baseball, but I'll go for food. Yeah.
Because the last question about Goldberg was final match. Yeah. Did he really think he was going to get treatment like that? Like, seeing how WWE treated WTW legends in the past? Like,
well, you're not wrong. Number 2, them cutting his mic is a little ridiculous.
It
but
was
like
on,
Gunther,
TV, though, wasn't it?
Gunther gave him a great match. Like, and it was better than anybody really thought it was going to be because Gunther's a professional. And, Goldberg had nothing but great things to say about him. I thought the match turned out better than everybody thought it would. And I thought he did too. But he did say that he was going to let some time go by, but apparently he's got some stuff to say other than what he said. But like, hey, look, to his credit, if we support a guy for going out on his own terms, this is Goldberg's career. Like, something's not sitting right with him. Who am I to say you don't deserve blah, blah? I don't know any of that. Like, maybe he's got a point. It is his career. Gunther didn't retire. So like, I don't know.
He saw how they treated Sting. He saw how they treated Kurt Angle in their last matches. You know what Einstein says about the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
You're not wrong, but same time, like if I don't know, I've always liked Bill. That's the thing. So I'm a little biased. I've always liked him, but like, again,
Tom, you know me. If I can turn this around, use to kick the Fed a bit, I'll do it. So.
Well, and hey, that's fine. But like, again, it's his career. It's not my career. I can tell you what I think, but I don't know what to think because it's not my career.
It's
like
they went 3 weeks ago. Oh, Goldberg's having a match against Gunther, and that's going to be a thing. And I'm like, it's 3 weeks. That's no build.
If you choose to have your retirement match in TKO's WWE, you're putting your hand in the alligator's mouth. Don't be upset when the alligator bites your hand
and your arm.
Jay's talking about Bret is.
Yeah, Bret Hart is fully erect and has been for several days.
I've been sent a lot of stuff from John from Dammit Vacant going, is this really Bret Hart? And I went, doesn't matter. Anything that you think Bret Hart has said about Goldberg, he's probably said.
I'm pretty sure I saw something from Bret Hart. He's like, I would have turned the mic off sooner.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he spent all that time and energy he spent directing at Shawn. He now spends all that time and energy directing.
Oh, it's just bitter
Bill.
old men being bitter about things that nobody cares about anymore. But I still find it hilarious.
Well, and by that token, I just defended Bill. I'll defend Bret. It's Bret's career that ended, wasn't Bill's. So, like, again, who am I to say he's right or wrong?
That wasn't on Bret's terms, though. That wasn't Bret's decision.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, who am I to say Bret shouldn't be salty? Maybe he should. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Yeah, I can tell you it sounds like...
Bill signed that contract under his own steam.
And no, you're not wrong.
His head and made him do it.
But none of it was his idea. They came to him and said, hey, what you think about...
No, Bill's been knocking on their door every week going,
I disagree with that.
Can I have one last match? Come on, let me have one last match.
No, I do not agree with that.
Finally relented and gone, fine,
dude,
we're going to counter-program it against AEW, right? Because that'll drag in the rubes.
I don't think he called them at all. I think they've been knocking on his door. According to him, and there's been no one to say that he's full of crap, by the way. And if they exist, let's hear from them. But supposedly his phone rings and supposedly he's never told him no, which we could all have a laugh and say, well, maybe you should have, right? But like, none of it's perfect. I don't know Bill personally. It's not for me to defend him, but but listen, this all goes back to your comment when we started talking about this is you trusted WWE? Like, how do you trust WWE for anything? Like, that, I think, defeats everything that comes after that. How do you trust this company? I think it's a good point.
WWE cares about WWE.
Yes. First and foremost.
They got shareholders, baby.
That's it. It's all that matters.
The bottom line.
I think the real takeaway here is if you want to see the real magnum opus of Bill Goldberg's career, you should watch the film Santa's Sleigh.
You should.
If you want to see what the
hallmark of greatness film, I don't know. I feel like we've done it, but I'm not sure now.
If you want to see him at the peak of his power,
the peak of his power, I like that. All right, well, kids, we've been on the air for a couple of days.
What a place to end it! Wow.
Yeah, we're going to end it like that.
Bill Goldberg in Santa's Sleigh. I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I think that's how we end it. It makes sense, honestly.
Before be the last time you see me on this show after that.
Oh no, not at all.
I don't think so. You're only done bomb.
It's cool to say. Yeah, no, it's all good. We got a swear jar happening. Joe's filled it up years ago, so
yeah,
it's all
I'm
good.
going to Magaluf.
If you want, the one thing, if you're catching bear mode, we do loads of swearing on that because we're allowed to,
and we can. because Tom says it's okay. No,
I do creative swearing.
Before we get out of here, guys, tell everybody where they can find you on the internet so you can go get some sleep. What you got, Joe?
I do a podcast called Hallmark of Greatness, where we review Hallmark. Well, we used to review Hallmark films and the films associated with them, where the actors come from. But we've just finished like a 6-month deep dive on the British TV series Castaway 2000, which is the first UK reality TV show where they put 37 people on an island in Scotland and filmed them for a year. It's terrible, but it's delightful and it's great. Genuinely, I got my first piece of fan mail this week, and I was so happy because it's from a legitimate person. Because I looked them up, and they are a real human boy with eyes and legs and a working face. But yeah, that, or if not, Dammit, Vacant. I do like a wrestling podcast, but listen to the Untitled Wrestling one because it's better.
Well, there you go. It's like, don't bother with the other one. This one's good.
Mine's not about wrestling. It's mostly just bits about what I've had to eat this week in white goods.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. There's an audience for everybody or everything, right? Big Tasty, what do you got?
So yeah, check us out, the Untitled Wrestling Podcast. We're available on YouTube, Spotify, everywhere else you get your podcasts. Jay's shouting at me to plug that a few days ago we did our All In review. I think it came out yesterday. It's basically what we've just done here, except we had Faye, occasional Tom Clark's guest, having an existential crisis for 2.5 hours, which was incredibly entertaining. Please go and listen to that.
There you go. Yeah. And by the way, kids, please don't forget about Bear Mode, a podcast review of the Bear. The socials are live as of today. We've put out the teaser for the season 1 preview, which drops next Wednesday, July 23rd at 5 p.m. Eastern. Please go check that out. If you've not followed the page, I dropped it in the link in dropped the link in the chat earlier. Before we get out of here, I'm going to do that again. I sent friend invite requests to everybody that's friends with me on the Facebook. But if anybody's watching now or after the fact, if you've not followed the page, please do so. It doesn't cost you a thing. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. So there you go. Guys, thanks as always for coming on the show, man.
Anytime.
As always, thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure.
Of
course.
Fun.
All right, guys. We appreciate it very much. There you have it, kids. Joe Higgens and Big Tasty Ben Jackson here with us. We appreciate them very much for coming on. Again, thanks everybody for watching. As always, that means loads to us as well. And thanks everybody for following the new podcast and for checking us out, Boink Studios on the YouTube and boinkstudios.com. I told you a new show was coming. I've been threatening it for months, and it's finally here. We're having a blast recording it, and we hope you have a blast listening to it. The season 1 preview, as we said before, drops Wednesday, July 23rd. I'm going to beat you over the head with it because we just want some people to listen and give us some feedback. That's all we've ever really asked for. But also we hope you enjoy the show as well, just like we hope you enjoyed today's show. Thanks for checking us out. Remember to visit boinkstudios.com. And as I said, and on the YouTube, you can check out Two Nations Under Ted Lasso podcast. We've done the entire series. Great times. Great fun. Please go check it out. Also, check out Tom Clark's 6M podcast, movies, music, Marvel, magazines, miniseries, and more, pop culture all the time. And also check out Tom Clark Reviews, which is just me by my lonesome talking about the latest trailer, what's happening in the world of film, mostly film, sometimes streamers. But hopefully you'll like that as well. And I think that's all we got for you, kids. Do me a favor. Have a great weekend. I appreciate your time and attention very much. Thanks, as always, for tuning in, for following the show, for showing us some love. We do very much appreciate it. Have a great weekend, kids, and we will see you a week from today. Yeah, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time, kids.